Hey, you'll find out in a few minutes that I forgot to hit record when I was doing the recap for this session. So I'm going to do that for you now. Last session, the party ended up landing in Gluvia and saying goodbye to Mary, who went off with Bamboozle on a ship to the Kelo coastlands to see her parents and tell them about the situations with the hag. The party then went to the stables of Gluvia and decided to requisition themselves a few horses and a carriage. They then decided to explore the village, the city of Gluvia, because they needed to wait about 24 hours for the horses and carriage to be prepared. They ended up seeing multiple people, ton of people, crowds moving into this one warehouse facility. They followed them in. In this warehouse facility, they found a fight pit. It's sort of a tavern with a fight pit in the center. They moved up to the ring of the fight pit. Drell was able to gamble and didn't know what he was gambling on until he saw different people hopping into this fight pit and fighting to the death. It was sort of like an up-in-the-air thing where they were figuring out who Cass's new character was going to be now that Mary had traveled to the Kaleo coastlands. Different characters were living and dying in different explanations until they ran into the final character who fought in this fight pit. A matted, soot-covered beast of a woman who ended up in one singular ram attack, splitting a very cocky Goliath in half. Upon gazing down into a pool of blood, she saw the party above her, with two of them having these black, shadowy hands on their shoulders. She went back to her group, denizens of the Underdark, multiple deep gnomes, a Duergar, and a drow, and decided to walk over to the party and discuss the fact that they saw each other from across the way. There was some staring. They asked some questions. They wanted to continue the conversation, but wanted to go get some sort of bath or spa done. This is when the denizens of the Underdark sort of were totally okay with and pushed the idea that, sure, go with them. You should. It's what something wants. She goes with them. And this is the first time the party sees Meridor as fully clean and shorn, a minotaur with the upper half or half of her being, this humanoid being, instead of a bull, it is a sheep or a ram. They asked her through some series of questioning and trust building in this spa to accompany them to the Lacrasang Forest, where the party was intentionally and initially going with Jin to confront his family about any sort of thoughts he had about Cain, his former best friend turned borderline nemesis, the one who became the champion of Inocaris. Upon their travel through the woods with their newly grabbed carriage and multiple horses, the party, over their nightly watches, realized that bird sounds they were hearing in the night weren't actually bird sounds, but instead calls between hunters or members of Jin's gang. The next morning, they woke up and decided to continue on their travels, Jin alerting the party that my family knows I'm here. They traveled for a good part of the morning before an arrow came flying out and landed right between Jin's legs as he and Aphelion were at the front of the carriage, guiding the horses. Stepping out from around the woods were 20 separate individuals, and those 20 individuals were all members of Jin's clan. One, a 21st, was in front, stepped forward, calmed down one of the horses, and took back his hood, revealing Jin's father. And that's where we pick up today in today's session. Hey, cool. Hey, anyone who's watching this, I forgot to record. I just did an entire recap. I'll probably repeat it in a separate recording that I attach to this in the Premiere files later. Jin's making an insight check against his dad. Awesome. See you soon.
They've been binge watching. They don't need a recap.
I got a 3. Fuck.
I looked over and was like, did I hit record? No, I did not.
And that was just take 1.
Yeah, take one. Okay, so a 3. Your father, you're trying to hold a look. You're trying not to almost feel. You're trying not to give in that you're either happy or sad or whatever emotions you're feeling towards your father. You're trying to stay the hardened, stoic Jin that you can be. And your focus on that makes it so that you're trying not to make eye contact with your father. And thus you can't really read the way he's looking at you. He starts to move his eyes to the rest of the party, and everyone can make, if you'd like, an insight check for me.
Sure.
Oof.
I will roll for. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. The two of them aren't paying attention.
Perception. No, insight.
Yes, insight.
Dang, with a +5, you only got a 7. That's rough.
Oof.
Nice.
Wow.
It-
Okay. Drell.
Oh,
Drell,
wow.
you being on the ground, walking at the front of the carriage, are really able to, like, it hasn't been said out loud that this is Jin's father, but you immediately pick up facial features that are the same. And he's got this, where Jin has this shock white hair, he has that in the form of a beard on his face. His hair is also tied up into a less of a man bun, more of a ponytail. But he has this really thick, very clean white beard that stays tight to his face. But he seems rigid. The scars on his face are very apparent. His eyes nearly identical to Jin's. You know this is at least a relative of Jin's, if not his father. Do with that information what you will. As he starts to, eye up each one of you, sort of analyzing is kind of what you pick up, Drell, that he's like sort of reading all of you and trying to pick up, like, who's the most dangerous? What kind of people have my son allied himself with? Catches Meridor's eye, and Drell, you see him, like, confused for half a second. Like, his face goes from stoic to slightly furrowed for a brief moment that you notice before he, like, shakes out of it and continues looking around the rest of the party. He turns to one of the other individuals that have stepped out. Like I said to Jin last session, these individuals, all of them, are young. Probably just barely post the ceremony. People who were probably children, young children the last time you were here, who have grown up and become hunters to work with your father. He nods to one of them, and they all form sort of a line, the two lines, one on each side of your carriage, and they just start walking forward towards what you know as the direction of the tribe, of the village. Not a word said by any of them. Are you guys moving the cart? Are you guys just all standing there? What's going on?
Jin is still face to face with his dad, or not anymore?
Your dad has turned around and started walking, like, as the leader of this two lines of individuals, 10 on each side, with your father in the front. Hello.
Hello.
Whoa.
So are we supposed to follow you, or what goes on now? You stopped our cart with an arrow.
Oh my god, I was about to ask you that. God damn it.
They're all just walking forward towards the village. Not a word said. No one turning around.
Jin just kind of not like does like the little head thing, and he just starts walking with the cart ahead,
I guess we
like
go.
following him. I guess we go.
Should we follow? I mean, I guess.
You guys all follow this tribe. You know, Jin, it's probably going to take the better part of the day to get where you need to go.
Yeah.
None of these individuals are starting to look at you guys, but you are traveling at a normal pace now, and you will probably end up in the village within 5 or 6 hours. Is the party going to just travel silently?
Do you always end up with a reception such as this?
Not this big.
I don't know.
Not usually.
Large
I haven't really
and
been-
quiet.
How do most of our like welcomings go?
Usually we
You
just walk into
haven't
town.
been back here. Are you talking about Jin? Are you saying? Are
It-
you asking
the group
for-
in general?
Oh, group in general.
'cause
Go
this is our
ahead.
first
Go ahead.
time.
Go ahead.
Usually, usually we just walk into town and no one
Yeah.
really bats an eye.
And then they recognize one of us, and then it's
So they recognize
Sometimes
me.
We
Yeah.
make
Sure.
sure.
Or
or
Ben.
Ben.
Listen, no one
Mostly
recognized
Ben.
any of you
It's
fucks
mostly
in high
Ben.
and tie, or
Yeah.
It's mostly Ben.
you guys have been in a lot of cities where no one recognized you. Let's be honest.
Oh, but they do.
Shh. Corey, God,
I'm
shut
telling
up.
you,
Who I am.
because
Shut up.
you guys, it's like
Yeah,
AJ
you're
saying,
lying.
"Oh, another
I-
fight pit." It's like
I
I'm telling
almost-
you.
Another fight pit.
I almost just blurted it out. Valixis is in disguise, right?
Vouchus, would you have been in disguise? Because you haven't been here for a session. So would you have been in disguise the entire time you were in Galuvia?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Right.
probably
No, he
would've.
was, because I had him in
Yeah.
disguise while he was at the table with you guys in the
I would have been
tavern.
in disguise.
So you've been in disguise this whole time. However, you did drop your disguise in the spa. So Marador knows what you look like and
Yeah.
just knows what you look like. She doesn't know who
She
you
just
are.
knows what you look like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was gonna go. What do you mean Ben's the most recognizable of us? We travel with.
But yeah, he's currently in disguise.
Well,
Hey, what were you gonna say? Yeah, Ben is the most.
I mean, we usually see
Recognizable.
that guy.
There are a lot of guys. What kind of guy?
well, let's just say it's normally not.
Normally
like this.
Ben.
Or just like this even in
Ben,
general.
who's got his hood up and his head down, just like slowly walking alongside the cart.
Yes, quite an individual. Easy to pick out. I see. I can absolutely see it.
Easily the most normal looking of all of you.
Hey, I look normal right now.
You do right now, for sure.
I look normal right now.
For now.
I don't even know what my disguise is.
It's your borderline Henry look, the shaggy human with the
Yeah.
brown hair and the indescribable
yeah.
clothing. Discreet, just
I
kind
mean,
of.
that's Elris. That's my cleric.
Yeah, your disguise is your cleric. We'll just
Yeah.
rock with that going
Yeah.
forward.
Person in
I'm
this
down for
group.
that.
You know, I should have had
I just-
Theo make your disguise.
Yeah.
You know,
Ah, it's okay. No. Just try to stop her at 50 and be like, "Hey, can you change?"
Just
Hey, you know that,
yeah.
you know
Just
that blue
one more thing.
tiefling with the massive horns? Could you just make
Yeah.
another one, but not that at all?
He's just like a
Yeah.
dude.
Just one more.
It's pretty much the same, right?
Yeah.
Just
Man, I guess we're just gonna walk all this way in silence then.
mean, I can play music.
I would.
I mean,
oh,
does anybody have like a drum or something?
They're a real serious bunch.
They come across that way. I'm almost there.
Jin, you say they're a real serious bunch, and make a perception check for me.
Oh no.
Oh,
A 7.
Philion, you can make a
Nice.
perception check as well. Because you are also on the cart. If I'm correct. A 24. He says they're a real serious bunch, and you hear from one of like the nearest 5 on the right side just a giggle.
Not like a scoff.
Well, it's more like a scoff. It's like a and then
Super serious. Super serious.
and you actually with the 24 you'd also notice the front like
Mhm.
that this individual who you can make an insight check, a retroactive insight check, as to know, because no one's really said anything about this individual who's Jin's father. Yeah, with the 23, you grab enough facial features that this is a relative of Jin's in some capacity, if not his father. That like when that scoff happens, there's a quick glance over the shoulder until the person, and then he turns back.
Trying to keep it
Yeah,
in check.
there goes.
But if you guys don't have anything specific to discuss during this few hours of travel, stop me now before I just skip time. No one's stopping me. Cool. So you guys, about 6-ish hours go by before you start seeing, as the sun has at this point set, you guys see what you would think is normally torchlight, but is a little too bright and almost white to be torchlight, but of a wide area coming up in the distance. As you guys progress forward, you end up at almost the very end of this journey hitting onto a trail, like a traveled path that you hadn't been on this entire time. Like you guys have been taken through the forest, and as you're getting to the village, you're crossing onto this path that's going to take you the rest of the way. As the caravan at this point of people gets closer and closer to the village, as you guys are hitting certain increments of space, the people in the lines to the side of you start breaking off into the woods one by one as you travel X amount of distance, to the point where there's only like 4 individuals on the sides instead of 20 total, and still Jin's father progressing forward. He never put his hood back up. But nonetheless, you guys start to visualize as you're coming towards this bright, super wide light, a village. It's not super developed in the sense of houses. It's not as primitive as only living in tents, but something in between. You see the lights that are around are like magical globules of white light. Almost like if you had multiple dancing lights cast, but they're almost affixed in these stained glass lanterns that are placed around. In the center of this village, it's not massive by any means, but you see a large ritual site, mostly notified by what seems like a bonfire pyre. Currently not lit. It looks scorched, which is interesting. Almost like it burns but doesn't burn down. Reused. With a platform that has stairs that come up on the far side and sort of a podium at the top of the platform. Honestly, this whole place looks a little culty. Like, that's the best way that you can get it across, is the whole place looks a little culty.
A little.
Yeah, just a little.
A little more than a little.
And there are individuals walking about. Granted, it's just after sunset, but it's not too late that everyone would be asleep. You see different individuals. All of them have the same rigid appearance of Jin, at least in like facial structure and things, but not all of them have that shock white hair. You see all different colors of hair, all different styles of hair, men, women, children, different ages. Some of them are wearing those cloaks that the rest of the individuals that approached you guys in the woods are wearing. Others are in your standard leathers. Some of them just wearing common folk clothing. There seems to be 2 or 3 separate facilities or bigger structures that are here that are well lit on the inside and seem to have the most activity going in and out. One on the western side of the village seems to have a lot of individuals who are wearing the common clothing going in and out. You don't see really many of the folk in leathers or in those cloaks entering or exiting this building. On the eastern side, you do see mostly people in leathers and cloaks entering and exiting this building. A lot of them that are entering are bringing with them some sort of hunted animal that they're bringing along with them. And some of them bringing with them creatures that a lot of you haven't seen before. Interesting things that are pretty far from animals, but definitely not... They seem monstrous in nature. And then on the far northern side of the village is sort of a hut that is bigger than all the others that you see around, scattered around the place, that has this metallic symbol, but a blood red metal of a closed eye and solid drops that seem to be also made out of the metal, almost to symbolize Inocorus, but not be actually pouring liquid. You all step into the village. You see Jin's father continues walking around. I don't know if you guys want to follow him, if you want to try to put your horse and carriage up somewhere, if you guys... I don't know what you guys want to do in this situation, but he has not stopped to turn to speak to you.
Yeah, I'll just wait for Jin's deference here.
Jin, do you want to go on ahead and we can just hang back here, or
Yeah, I was just going ahead.
do you want one of us to come with you? Like,
It's up to you. I mean, I know it's kind of already weird, so if you guys
want
don't
me to
want
come with?
to do it. Yeah, let's go. Let's ride.
So Jin hops off the
We
cart,
ball.
and you guys follow Jin's father as he goes around this massive pyre and starts climbing the steps up to the platform. And that's when Drell and Jin, it's not hard to notice that there is a woman sitting cross-legged, almost in a state of meditation,
Oh, that's my mom.
sitting by herself at the top of this platform. And it is Jin's mother, Mira. She, over the last 9 years, Jin has definitely aged. Far more wrinkles on her face. Her eyes with these bags under them that just scream exhaustion. But she's gentle. More gentle than you remember. She was a very stern instructor and tribe mother in your youth. But as your father crests the top of the stairs, he gets down on one knee and then does a quick and your mother opens her eyes and looks over.
Jeez.
And there's this... Make an insight check, both of you.
Hopefully I rolled decently high this time.
I'll let you roll at advantage because you know your mom well enough.
Okay. Inside. 13? 13.
You can see that there's a longing. I mean, very clearly your mother has missed you. But at the same time, she knows that her position as tribe mother, she cannot just get up, run over, and hug the son who was disowned by his father and left the village on his own free will.
Yeah.
And a single tear starts to well up and roll down the side of her cheek as she tries to hold her stoic facial expression. Your father stands up, steps over to her, reaches out a hand and helps her stand, and then leads her over to... It's positioned like a throne, but a chair that's up on the platform, and helps her sit.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And stands besides this chair, arm up on the head, and they both look towards you.
Jesus.
I'm assuming you both continue up the stairs and get onto the platform?
Yeah, Jin will look over at Drell just like, fuck.
hey man, I'll be right behind you. Don't you worry.
Yeah, that's my mom.
I figured that.
Gathered, yeah.
Yeah.
Jin, hi, Mom. Hello.
You see, she can't help but a smile curls along her face, and she looks down. And then looks back up at you and goes, "It's been a long time, Jin."
10 years.
More or less.
I'm taller now.
I see that.
Fuck.
Have you been in a battle?
Like
Like recently?
recently.
Come here. And she gestures you to come over, and she licks her thumb and tries to wipe away the tear marks under your eye. The red
these are
under your
these
eye.
are permanent.
She looks at you with
Ooh,
confusion. Your father kind of stunned. And she goes, "What do you mean they're permanent?"
Do you guys want to like go inside? I don't know if it's like private or if you even want to have this even if people are around it here.
He's want private.
It's really how I got them.
Do you
Is,
think it's private?
Probably. Yeah, it is.
She
You can tell Jen
sighs.
is just visibly uncomfortable.
She sighs and stands up, and then slowly starts walking towards the stairs. Passes Drell, and as she passes Drell, she makes
this is
eye
my friend
contact
Drell.
with you, and she just nods her head, and then continues walking down the stairs. And they're going towards that central northern hut, which you grew up in. It's the home of the tribe mother and the head hunter.
This is where I lived. As Jin points out, this is my home.
Huh.
Drell, you're getting the vibe that like this is quote unquote king and queen of the village, and he's their kid.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get to the front of this hut. They push past a curtain and walk inside. Are you both going in?
Yeah.
Jin will hold open the curtain for him as Jin steps in.
Aw, that's cute. You both you both step in. But the rest of you, what are you guys all doing? Just hanging by the cart this whole time?
Huh?
Should we get some? Just find a corner for the cart and just leave it for a second. I mean,
I
seems like
think that would be a good
I
idea.
fucking left them.
yeah.
I mean,
Um,
I guess.
Is there like a landing area?
There's like have you guys ever played Red Dead 2? Any of you that have, I know AJ so whatever, but there's like hitching posts for the horses,
Yeah.
but you'd have to unhitch them from the cart, and then you could probably just leave the cart by one of the hitching posts.
Okay, that should be simple enough. Is there any? So yeah, there are like.
There are other horses there that you see like hitched to the post. Different posts, different area, but it's like one designated area where people like put their steeds.
All right. I'll try and steer the horses towards that way and hitch them up to the posts.
I'll help out with that.
Sure.
Marador will pull the cart.
Sure. Marador just, you guys for the first time, besides the ramming that she did that cut this Goliath in half, just picks up the cart and just starts walking with it. No struggles whatsoever. Hulking woman.
The whole cart.
Yeah. I mean, actually, this is a you guys got a carriage. This is four wheels. So
Yeah.
she's just pulling. She's not lifting and pulling. She's just pulling. So she just grabs the sort of like the reins and just pulls. But with ease. If not, Kelo grabs another side and they both just it's like they're the horses. Super easy. Just like but nonetheless, you
Good
guys
to
go
know.
and hitch the horses. There's individuals who are here that are sort of eyeing you guys up and down. This is strange for them. But you notice that everyone here sort of has that same, and you never really, like, besides the one time he used it in combat in Pine Tai and during your nightmare, they all sort of have that same glow that Jin has.
Hello.
What do you mean
see,
glow?
Like, so
They radiate. They are
they
like,
like Jin's skin as a
They're
person.
radianites.
He it's
Yeah.
not that he's like physically glowing. He has used a power to cause a radiant light like to come out of him. But like it's sort of like when you have a bunch of Jins in one place, it's very easy to tell they're not human.
Do we just walk into? I don't...
So like there's like like maybe this is just what Jin and his family look like. No, this is what Jin's entire village looks like.
Is it more like a? Is it like a glow or is it more like a sparkle?
It's not a sparkle. They're not vampires.
Okay.
Anyone here who wants to make who is proficient in either Arcana or History can make that check.
Nope.
What about a recall?
You could recall it.
I'd like to recall.
about them apples.
Okay. You recall it. Valxis, you remember from your studies when you were younger. These are all Aasimar. These are all descendants of celestial beings.
What?
These are this whole village is made up of celestial
My
people.
best friend's been in Asimar this whole time and I still don't know about it?
Okay, how many of you out of character didn't know that he was an Asimar this whole time?
Me.
Okay, I understand Cass not knowing, but Valxis and Ben, but AJ and Cubs, I'm disappointed in you because he very
Nice,
clearly
dog.
used like Asimar feats multiple
I
times
don't-
in combats. Like
You
the
think
whole,
I
like,
you think I
Lay on
know the Asimar feats? You think
Well,
I know?
he's-
You think
yeah,
I know them by
I don't know.
I
heart?
may have picked up on it when we first started playing.
well, yeah.
but
So it was
that's in a
during the
notebook
nightmare with
somewhere.
Dendar, and also in one of the Pie and Tai tournament fights. He activated the thing where his whole body starts to glow radiant energy to the point where anyone who came near him, friend or ally, was burned with radiant damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the closest sign. But
Oh, I thought he was just fucking
Yeah, don't remember
hulking
that.
out.
no,
Lay on
yeah,
hands is
so,
another one though.
So Valxis,
Wait,
you
lay on
remember
hands
through
is
your
an
studies.
Asimar thing? I thought that was because
Yes,
oh,
sir.
you're
Lay
Nah,
on
lay
hands was
on hands
absolutely an
is
Asimar
an
thing,
Asimar thing.
not
You're
a
a
blood hunter
cleric.
thing. Clerics don't get lay on hands. That's a
I was
paladin
laying on
thing.
handsing really
Yep.
early on too.
Yep.
But nonetheless,
You're right.
Valxis,
Dude,
your
I'm
not
studies
that
as a
fucking
child,
good at hiding the character.
being in the Chrisfell keep, as long as you were, raised as you were, with the education you have, you studied all sorts of different races and the way that they like their facial features and all sorts of things. Ben, you've seen Asimar before. It's just a thing you know over your hundreds of years of travel, which I always write down how long you've been traveling, but then I forget.
Pinned.
I have it. Is it pinned? It's pinned in the world info or whatever.
It's pinned in our. Oh wait.
In our
Is it-
DMs?
No, it's pinned in our DMs. Yeah.
I always forget the number. I have to write it at the beginning of every page of notes I have. But nonetheless,
I'm older than the Aztec Empire.
Damn. That's old.
I think so. Maybe.
got it. Okay, yeah. I know how many years now. Got it.
He's the crypt keeper.
But yeah, for the hundreds to possibly thousands of years you've been traveling, you absolutely know what Asimar looked like. You didn't really pick it up on Jin because he was just by himself and you never really paid attention to it. But when there's an entire village of them, but Aphelion, you wave sort of high at some of the ones that are staring at you, and there's sort of a I mean, these are men, women, teenagers, children. You see a group of teenagers who are like, clearly it's a clique, and they're like kind of like in a group, like whispering and staring at you guys, and you wave, and they just like
And they
turn their
giggle.
heads and giggle, yeah. And then they go
It's fucking
running
storytelling
they go running
cliche.
off. They go running off, but nonetheless, there's like a little kid you see who's like sort of like, there is a tent in a certain like a nearby that they're sort of like peeking around the corner of. This young boy who has the same shock white hair that Jin does, different
younger?
colored eyes, wearing this like a piece of like common clothing, like a sort of like what do you call it, where it's like a long vest that men wear that you have to tie a belt around to make it seem like two separate pieces of like a skirt and a,
Toga.
it's not a toga,
Tunic?
possibly tunic. It's
I think
like a,
tunic would be.
think of what Nazim wears in Skyrim.
Jumper.
I don't know what to call it, but nonetheless, just one of those that's too big for him. He'd probably trip over it if he started running. Definitely like a hand-me-down of sorts, and he's kind of just like peeking around the corner at you guys.
A bathrobe.
Sure, imagine a bathrobe, but made of like a quilted material instead of the fuzzy material that it is modern day, and can
It's
be
like-
worn without
it's-
looking like pajamas.
It's not like a gambeson, because that's like the jacket. But is it like it's similar to that?
Just
Where
look
it's
up
just like a
Nazim from
real-
Skyrim. You'll see whatever he's wearing is what this kid's wearing.
Oh.
Yeah, like a full piece quilted thing that
Mhm.
ties off at the waist. But nonetheless, he's peeking at you guys around the corner.
Is that just not padded armor?
I mean, I guess, but it's not armor. Think a quilted material instead of like leather.
Yeah, but you wear it like under your armor. It's like your
People
armor
do wear
guard.
them under armor, yeah. For padding, yeah, for sure. But nonetheless, flashing to Drell and Jin as you guys enter this head of village hut. The immediately, Drell, smells which would be nostalgic to Jin, but are very confusing to your dragonborn nose, hit you like immediately. You scan around the room. Make a perception check for me.
Both of us or just him?
Just him. You know what this place looks like, and it seems like it hasn't
Yeah.
changed much.
Where the fuck am I?
You're actually getting a bit overstimulated by the smells and the sounds that you're hearing in here. It's not. I mean, if you want to go into full blown panic, that's up to you as a character choice. But you start to just like you really don't know what you're smelling or hearing as you're just looking around the room. Jin, what you notice? I mean, your mother hasn't stopped her craft. She is still one of the alchemists of the village, concocting with her blood those special mutation potions that half of your clan is known to use pretty regularly. The ones that the alchemists make more for the hunters to be able to. Yeah.
These are getting pretty potent now, huh?
You hear her like snicker a little bit. And when you have a lot of time to practice your craft, Jin.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. Practice. Jin will look over at Droll. Practice does make perfect.
Especially since I'm trying to teach your younger brother.
What? What?
You have a brother?
I
You
guess
didn't
there's
have a
little
brother?
dude running around. Not when I was here. So how old is he then?
He's coming up on his 5th year in the village.
He's just a little guy. All right. Where's he at?
Somewhere in the village. He has a curfew. He'll be back.
Is he gonna go through the same process or what's up?
What's up?
If you mean the ceremony to decide Innocuous' champion, then
Not that, just the. I guess like the hunting side of it. I don't know.
the taking of the blood,
Yeah.
as all who want to become hunters do.
Does he wanna yet, or even shown signs, or no?
He's 5 years old, Jin.
I don't know. I started early. I was just kind of getting out there.
Yes, but you also neglected and rejected everything I tried to teach you about alchemy.
I just don't like reading.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that checks out.
Nonetheless, what's so private that you don't want to
So-
talk about outside of this room?
I guess I'll just start with this, and then Jin will just nick his hand and light his sword. So I can do this.
That's normal. That's what most hunters have the capability of doing.
Right. Exactly. But check this out, and then he just shapeshifts in front of that.
Your father immediately draws a blade and stands in front of your mother.
Drell goes, no.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's
Like
fine.
waving his hands.
I
in
got
front
it
of
under
Jin, like-
control. I've had this under control for a long time. I only had one instance.
Your father grimaces. And you're saying this in that like deep moorbounder voice,
Yeah.
like you're growling it out. And your father grimaces and says, I knew you smelled like wet dog.
Okay, all right.
What is that?
Okay, and then he'll shift back. He hasn't changed, huh?
He sheathes his sword and just turns around and stands beside your mother again. She like puts a hand on his, and you could see that his hand is like shaking.
So I can do that.
Why?
However, I did lose that power at one point.
Why can you do that?
Lack of a better term, this power was stolen, given to me. But
So Drell raises his hand.
Jin will raise his hand over it, and cover his hand. That god is dead, and then I had a very long meditation.
You killed a god.
No, see,
Do you explain in detail what happened?
I'll get to that. Let me just explain the next part,
Okay.
because the next part is crazier.
Okay.
It's not I killed a god. Innocuous killed him.
You hear your father goes, blasphemy!
No.
I was there. Oh,
No, Jin just looks back, dude. Not yet.
Your
just
mother
hang
looks
tight.
Sorry.
unbelievably confused. She
She's
goes,
shook.
she goes, I conversed with Inocorus not as far back as a month. There was no word of
Oh,
the murder
When
of a
did this
god. I
happen?
don't.
Did
Man,
this
he's
happen?
More, he's more of a
What
trickster.
what happened to
Within
you
this
happened more
month.
than a month ago.
Maybe he just didn't talk about it.
You didn't hear
Yeah,
anything
anyways.
about Joel?
No, we were told that a power was stolen.
You didn't hear anything about Yol.
This Yol you speak of, I'm assuming is the deity who is now deceased, was the one who stole the power, but
Yeah,
it was never returned.
he's right here. He used to live in my eye, actually.
What?
Yeah, both my eyes work now. I don't know if you remember that, but
I noticed.
yeah.
Drell's
So
rubbing
when
his face.
Yol stole his power from Inocorus, my eye healed, and then
You've been using Inocorus' stolen power.
yeah, but hold on, I haven't finished the story. I know this is crazy, but after
You
conversing,
see that she and your father are getting real tense.
after conversing with Inocorus, he did take it away, but then he gave it back to me, as well as these markings. So
Look, can
Yeah.
I explain the whole stolen power half of this really quick?
Sure. Do you want to just say that you info dump?
Yeah, I info dump. I mostly explain that Yol tried to sacrifice me for his fuck up, and Inocorus gave me the choice to sacrifice Yol. So I did that, and
You relay this story. Make a persuasion check.
oh fuck.
while Jin is doing that, he also, he shifts back. Is there a way that he can just show that he has
Oh.
cleric abilities?
W. Baby.
As you're telling, make an insight check at advantage, Jin.
Oh fuck! I thought you were gonna make me roll again. I was panicking.
17, 16. Nice.
As Drell's telling the story with as much detail as Drell can muster, you see all of the color in your mother's face just vanish. She's going ghostly pale.
Uh-oh. Stinky. Not good.
Stop.
You finish the story. Like, you try to tell him to stop, and she goes, no, let him continue. And you tell the entire story, including Jin, you getting the markings on your face.
Yeah.
And she mumbles something under her breath, and your father looks down and goes, what was that? And she goes, Inocorus doesn't speak to anyone but me. Whoever did this to you was not Inocorus.
What?
Inocorus doesn't brand his children.
Oh no, dude. Who the fuck did I talk to?
But I spoke to Inocorus.
Inocorus wouldn't kill another god.
Wait.
Yeah, but he's been showing me like other visions of
No. Hold on.
Cain and all this stuff,
Jin,
and he
Jin,
explains
Jin,
like the
Jin.
mountain dream.
Hold on, Jin. I think what your mother's getting at is we're dealing with someone that's not Inocorus. And
What?
the powers are still stolen.
What?
And she goes, Cain is still coming for you. We thought you were coming back to face him.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
damn. Because I was under this impersonation, speaking with this god. Impression. Impersonation, sorry. Impersonator, though.
There is impersonating probably happening.
That I could make amends with Cain, and I was constantly being shown of what possibly could be done. And
Did this being direct you to come here?
no, I came here on my own fruition.
And you had no intention of facing Cain?
I mean, I've always been kind of ready for it after, especially speaking to what I thought was Inocorus and being told by what I thought was Inocorus that Cain was coming after me, which is why it's confusing now, because how would they know? I was kind of ready for the whatever the outcome be of it. And to be honest, I was probably just going to let him just get me.
Drell, that's
To
the
kinda,
first
like-
you're hearing about that.
To kind of atone for my shit.
Drell, this is the first time you're hearing that Jin was going to confront Kane and just let himself die.
You were just gonna go down?
Yeah, sorry, man.
Damn, Vaxis takes away his girlfriend, and now he's all, just let Kane kill me.
Well, he's always had that since Pi and Tai.
What?
Wait, then who did I discuss with? Because
I don't know.
Okay. More
Because like I have like all these other abilities, and then Jin. Sorry, I have all these names going. Jin will try to show off what ability he has from being a cleric.
What is your cleric subclass?
He is a death cleric.
Okay.
I guess he will conjure
bro.
a chill touch in his hand.
You conjure
But
a
it's
chill
like
touch.
blood. I'm assuming however it would look, if it would look like blood, or I don't know what it would look like.
Sure. It looks like however you'd want a flavor chill touch to look.
Yeah, it would be like a globule of blood, and it's just kind of floating in his hand.
Jin,
See?
that doesn't look good.
Your mother
I
goes,
thought
that's
thought-
necromantic magics. Inocarus only speaks to myself and the champion.
Oh, fuck. You know, man, my...
You still
but are we
have
so
stolen
certain of
power.
that? Well, what if
I
he is
was-
still? What if he speaks to me though?
I communed with Inocarus not a few weeks ago. And the power
And he
was
knew-
still stolen.
Okay, I have a question for you then, Jin's
He
mother.
said Mira,
Mira, sorry.
and it's
Um,
tribe mother.
Tribe
Yeah,
mother, I'm sorry.
Gotta come correct to her.
Mira, tribe mother.
Just call her tribe mother. You don't know her enough to call her Mira.
It's fine, Jin.
Jin is just uncomfortable, and he's trying to save Drell
What
because he
is
is
happening?
nervous for Drell right now.
Drell's nervous as shit. Is
Wait, but
there
didn't
a-
you see Inocarus kill him though? I'm so confused.
Look. I think you're missing the point here. Whoever Yol talked to also got duped.
What if Yol's not dead?
No, Yol's dead.
He's a trickster. What if he just made it look like he died in front of you?
We walked through a fucking church. There's no Yol powers.
But he's a
Yol is-
fucker. What if he just took
You're
everyone's
telling me
power
you
away?
What if he took the
Yol
name
ju-
away?
You're telling me you think Yol just flicked a light switch on
Yeah.
himself and became
Yeah, he's
this
a
other
fucker.
god?
Yes, he's
The
always
rest of
been
the
a
party
fucking
now
fucker.
getting there and Aphelion and I.
Dude, no.
Yes, dude.
We're having
yes.
this conversation in front of his parents. Right
Yeah,
now.
his parents are just like, again, your mother, Jin, is still fucking pale.
Look,
Like, she's
there's a-
terrified.
Oh, fuck! And you see Jin just like
look,
grabbing
Tribe
his
Mother,
hair. Oh,
Tribe
fuck!
Mother.
I thought it was all
is
good.
there a way I can commune with you to speak to Inocarus, or is that not allowed whatsoever? Because I feel like he'd remember that circumstance, and
Well, I want to be there too. I had like a really vivid thing. I spent like a whole week meditating and fighting myself with him.
Jin, shut the fuck up. This is literally about my god's fuck up right now. Like,
Well, I'm also. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on to me either.
Jin, shut the fuck up.
I had a lot of good conversations with him.
Jin, let your mother speak. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She's like fucking dumbfounded by this conversation, and she goes, you see a little bit of color come back to her face. She goes, well, 9 years hasn't changed you much. As she deep sighs, and she goes, it is normally against clan law to allow anyone besides the tribe mother to participate in the ritual in which I am able to freely commune with Inocarus, but
Is this a good circumstance where we can like go past that?
make a
I'm gonna be honest with
persuasion
you.
check, both of you. Not at advantage, just a single persuasion check.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Oh.
Please, he's traveled with me the longest. Please. This is
Okay,
my
wait.
buddy. A 20.
Okay, wait, Corey, hang on.
No, it rolled at an advantage, but the 18 is first.
I know.
Okay,
What's
wait,
wrong?
hang on.
Good buddy.
Hang on. I have this thing. I was reading my features and traits. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, hold on.
Oh, I know what he's doing. I used to do this to Austin.
Where's
You're
the
about
tongue?
to get gamed on, Corey.
Where's the tongue? How do I use the dragon tongue?
There it is. Austin knows exactly what it is. I used to do this shit all the time to him.
Do you know what I'm doing?
It's a pretty much guaranteed pass, is what it is.
That was only with your subclass, though.
He's that subclass.
now?
Yeah.
I thought you
Shine
were.
it to
Noah,
me.
you didn't change your subclass. You stayed what you were.
What?
Didn't you say you stayed what you were? Because I said you need an RP reason to change. Then you were like, "There's too many options. I'm just gonna stay what I am."
I thought I changed to Dragonborn Gem.
No, you're that. We're talking about monk subclass. Are you doing monk shit or are you doing
Hey.
dragonborn shit?
I'm doing Dragonborn shit.
Okay. I was gonna say your monk subclass never changed.
No, but
What are you trying to do?
he's
I'm
trying to
try-
use the way of the dragon.
draconic disciple. If you fail a charisma, intimidation, or persuasion check, you can use a reaction to re-roll the check.
Yeah.
Once this feature turns a failure into a success, you can't use it until you finish a long rest.
Oh.
Yeah.
So does he fail it?
That's what I read.
With a 13, yes. So you're free to re-roll it.
No.
Oh, fucking W.
He's a gamer.
It's gonna be lower.
Homie, all he had to do was go to racial traits, and it was like right there.
I couldn't find it. I really tried.
Or I thought he was doing the getting gamed on monk stuff, class one, where it's
Actually, his isn't even. Did you
still
change your
failed.
subclass?
Yes. To the
Is
dragon.
he draconic?
one.
Huh.
Is it? Yeah,
he
it's
just
like
hasn't
the way of
used
the
anything
dragon
from it.
breath.
Yeah, he switched to the
whatever.
way of the dragon. I just didn't know you officially changed because we were discussing
Yeah.
it for a while, and you were like, "Never mind, never mind." Never
No,
mind.
I thought I told you I changed. My bad.
The 18 just barely succeeds, though. So she goes, "But I feel since there are circumstances of someone impersonating an Ocarus, that you being able to tell him what you're telling me, and he can verify this information or take precautions with it, is rather important. But it needs to be done in this home instead of at the normal ritual site, because we need to keep this from the rest of the tribe.
Yeah, but are you gonna be okay with this? Are you even?
This is a different spot.
The
'Cause, like, I
decision's
know how
already
much
been
it
made. Don't
drains.
try to convince me otherwise.
No, I'm talking about just health wise. If you want to just delay it.
What?
I'll be out of commission as long as normal. You might be dealing with some fatigue and exhaustion from being part of it, but
Wait, what?
I do this normally.
When she does this, she's kind of asleep for like a week, pretty.
What do I have to do for this?
Participate
You're probably
in the
gonna be the
ritual.
same thing, man.
You're going to be physically standing before a deity through the means of a ritual that you're putting your heart, soul, and energy into.
You know, I'm very scared to do this twice. I won't lie.
What do you mean,
to
do this twice? When have you done this before?
Oh, but I just told you.
You were talking about sleeping. You did it in a dream.
It's different with a dream. I mean, hey, Drew, I'll be there too. I gotta explain a lot of stories that I've had to deal with. Fuck! And Kane is on his way.
Look, I don't understand what the difference is between sleeping and dreaming with talking to a god, but either way, I don't want to do it again. It was still scary.
No. What, Noah? What they're saying is that she does the ritual. You guys aren't dreaming or sleeping when you confront an Ocarus, but then afterwards,
Oh.
the fatigue from the ritual basically puts her out of commission for a week.
She's like in a coma.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're talking.
But Jin doesn't
through
really know a
her.
fancy word for it, so he just goes, she's
Yeah,
asleep.
you guys, she's saying you guys are going to experience at least some modicum of that sort of fatigue and exhaustion if you do this.
Oh, I thought we were sleepwalking. That's fine.
No,
Okay.
no. That's why she's saying it's different. You're not dreaming. You're doing a ritual to...
I thought we were like gonna be knocked out for a week, and our friends are gonna be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
Well, that's why one of the main
hey,
reasons
have
Jin
you
was-
seen Jin and Drell? They were the two people who came with us. We've kind of just been standing out here for a while.
Yeah, well, that's why one of the main reasons Jin was tripped up on Opal getting in a coma was that because he knows his mom goes into like a pseudo coma like that, so he was just like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. So she goes, give me until the morning to gather the necessary alchemical ingredients to perform the ritual. Kai, and she looks up at Jin's father and goes, can you get Jin and his friends settled in the guest home for the night? And he like grunts and slowly walks towards you guys and like brushes past Jin, hitting you in the shoulder, like shoulder checks you as he walks by.
Me?
Jin will just
No,
look
Jin.
back at him. He's like, we can do this now if you want. We could air it out now. We can get the wooden swords. We can go out somewhere.
He just keeps walking. And your mother goes, Jin. You can't just take back the disowning of one of your children. And you know what you did. It was enough guilt on you that you left for 9 years. Imagine how that felt on him, as the headhunter of the village, to have his son, who was being groomed to be the next head of this village, to allow one of his brethren to die, and then in his cowardice left.
Yeah, you're right. It's mostly the wet dog thing that was pissing me off.
You do smell like a wet animal. Granted,
Oh, I
it's a
thought it was
moorbounder
'cause-
instead of a dog. It's just, you kind of have that aroma on you. I don't know. What did you say your name was? Points to Drell.
Oh, it's Drell.
You have quite a large nose on you. I'm not sure if because you've been around it long enough you don't smell it. But
No, I honestly just thought like it was just like, you know, we were
Nose
traveling a
blind.
lot.
I mean, he
like,
also did. Where is your cowl that you wore so proudly while you were here?
What? That wasn't that. Dad gave that to me as a brand, as my mistake to not forget.
Yes, where is it? You don't think walking in here without the cowl your father bestowed upon you in your
Bro.
guilt is not...
Drell like tries to hide his laugh.
It
We're good, we're
smells.
good.
It smells like that thing used to smell when you were made to wear it around the village. But I
Yeah, I
don't see
know.
you wearing it, and you seem to have
I'm
turned
not
into
gonna
what you
wear that.
killed.
Yeah, that's what I thought was kind of like enough of it. Was I don't need to wear this anymore since I turned into it.
Well, it seems what your father bestowed upon you became a little too real. Nonetheless, he's going to prepare. You know where the guest locations are. Just, if you need anything, let me know.
All right, I understand. And Jin will just kind of just march out.
The rest of you, outside, waiting. It's probably been like 30 minutes at this point. Are you guys
Honk
walking
chew,
around?
honk chew.
Are you guys just hanging out? What are you guys doing? You guys get that honk shoe me sleep when you get to an actual location to sleep.
I think I tried to walk around, but if there was like a clear like don't go in this area like group like as
No
you
one's
know-
stopping you.
Okay.
You
then-
kind of just are. If you want to just wander around and explore, you're just wandering around and exploring. Granted, everywhere you go, you're getting eyes on you
yeah.
because people are just being cautious. But this isn't, a village of hidden secrets that's trying to block off prying eyes. At least not in this situation.
I'd like to
Yeah.
go check out that building you said to the west. The
Okay.
big one.
So this is the one that you see a lot of individuals in sort of common clothing, none wearing the armor or any of the hoods or anything walking into. And you step inside and you are now overwhelmed with smells that are crazy. Things you've never imagined you'd have to smell in your life. Kind of akin to imagine the smells of the second floor of the Hag House mixed with just iron.
Ooh. That's a lot of blood.
Yeah. And you look around. I mean, make a perception check. I'm sure with your special eyes you'll see literally everything. But yeah, 26.
26.
This is like an alchemy lab.
Mhm.
You see individuals are taking scalpels and cutting their hands and then dripping their own blood into like moving like whirlpooling mini cauldrons and different beakers and alchemy. It's a massive alchemy lab, but everything everyone's doing seems to have their blood mixed in with it. It's a sight. And you actually see approaching you, sort of a teetering on elderly woman who comes up to you with not like a furrowed brow, but more of an inquisitive eye, who steps up to you, and then she goes, and then starts slowly pacing in circles around you. And she goes, "If I may." And she reaches out a hand.
I'll reach out mine.
She grabs your
Follow up.
arm, not forcefully, but just grabs your arm
Mhm.
and starts like sort of getting real close and seeing how the vines are literally going into your skin and trying to like make sense of this living armor you have literally being built into your skin at any given moment. She goes, "Not a drop of blood on you. Interesting." And then she like she turns and she calls someone over, and you see a younger man come like jogging over. "What is it?" "Look at this," and holds up your arm, and he like gets real close, and you see he's got like a monocle, but a monocle that's got like the slides of like closer lenses, and he gets real close and he goes, "Whoa, we've never had anything like this come in." And then he looks up at you and goes, "And your skin is so blue." And he goes, "And why are there gems around your... Those aren't even placed there. Those are built into your skin."
Yeah.
You're being like hyper analyzed as more people are now coming over, and he like slowly releases your arm, and there's just like people coming over, and there's like whispers in each other's ears, and like people looking at different aspects of you, trying to like understand how this blue-skinned dragon eyes with the sapphires built into the sides of your eyes, like living armor being, is walking in here. You've become their experiment, basically, with your consent.
Cool.
Anyone else doing anything in this village right now?
I think Marador is just gonna stand by the cart.
Big bodyguard Marador, got it.
Yo, just
I'm
look
gonna
kind
stay
of
with.
tough.
I'd say Kelo's probably doing the same. Valxis, you taking an explorer round, or is it just a Philion?
I'll take a look around. How long is my disguise self going to be up for?
Ugh, how many times did you re-up it? It lasts an hour per spell slot.
Hmm.
So if it's took 6 hours from you being seen by the individuals out in the woods to now. So if you don't have like the 6 spell slots worth
I've
of...
burned through 6 spell slots already.
If you've kept re-upping it.
Oh my god.
If you kept re-upping it.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
of course
Are
I
you
am.
re-upping it again for a 7th spell slot?
I guess.
Then you're still disguised.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Hey guys, I don't have a lot of spells.
Let's just hope we don't ever get into combat.
Where are
Let's
you
hope we-
exploring?
let's not get into
specifically?
combat
Like,
tonight.
what are you looking for in this village?
Instruments
Okay. You
or
find
music in general.
Sure, perception check or investigation. Pick your poison.
That one.
Okay. You don't hear any music anywhere that you're walking around here. You do notice a couple, around the center pyre. You do see a few staked into the ground like large drums. You can
I
gather
shouldn't
they're used
touch
for
those.
ritual purposes.
Yeah, probably shouldn't touch those.
Yeah, probably not. But nonetheless,
Okay.
you go wandering around looking for those for like the next 45 minutes. And that's when I'd say, and they catch you first. I would say you see, because you're wandering around and you're not in a specific location, you see Jin's father sort of come semi-angrily storming out of the main hut. And then he calls out to a few individuals who like make their presence known, and he goes, "Prepare the guest quarters. They're staying for at least the night, if not longer." And then he just kind of walks off towards that eastern large building that a lot of the individuals that are bringing beasts and monsters and things into are at. And then shortly after, like nearly immediately, Drell and Jin come out of the main hut. looking a little frazzled.
I'll go up to him.
Sure.
Uh,
Out of sheer comedy, can both of you make a an insight check?
Oh, I'm not gonna.
Or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can make either a wisdom saving throw or an insight check.
10. Wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah, or what would have been a wisdom saving throw.
Wouldn't have mattered. Would have been
Okay,
the
cool.
same.
Both of you totally forgot that this is Valxis in disguise. This is just some guy walking up to you that's definitely not an Asimar.
Jen's gonna look at Drill. Who the fuck is this guy? How did he get here? And walk past him.
Didn't you fucking come with us?
guys.
You hear
Wait, wait,
Vox's
Jin,
voice
Jin,
and you're
Jin.
like,
Wait, Jin. I think he came with us.
Did he?
Guys, I was in the cart with you. Come on.
Oh.
you hear Vox's voice, you know his voice. You pick up on it.
Vox's.
Anyway,
You got about 15 minutes left on this.
so, how's your parents?
There's
What?
a lot of development.
Yeah. What? We can't even talk about it. Him and I can't even talk about what's going on.
Look, we have to go into
Oh.
a special. We gotta go into the house.
Wait, is it that bad? Is it that bad?
Shut the fuck
do
up.
Stop
they-
fucking prying! Stop
They hate
prying!
This is
Uh,
the
whoa.
first time that Jin has said a word to you, Voxus, when he wasn't shit-faced drunk in the last week.
That's true. This is the first thing I've probably talked to Jin.
I don't know if anyone's forgotten that, but it's it's been 3 weeks since
Yeah.
we've had a session. But Jin currently hates Voxus's guts.
That's true, and I'm picking at it anyway.
Yeah.
So like, okay, fine. I'll wait. I'm sorry.
I thought, bitch.
Like, is it bad? Like, is it bad?
Shut
Should I be
up.
concerned?
No.
You just see Jin raise a fist.
Okay, sorry.
What?
Just
Why
gonna
are
go
you
to the car.
over here?
What do I?
I'm just gonna go get everybody else.
Okay.
Alex,
Uh,
why did you come over here?
You hear Jin in the distance rabble as he kicks a fucking rock. A brother? A fucking brother? Like,
Speaking of which,
Look,
you head
What?
towards the south side of the village where they have the horses hitched up, and Meridor, Kelo, and Ben are currently guarding the cart and the horses. And you see on in a tent, or like at the edge of a tent, peeking his head around, this young, probably 5 to 6 year old boy, the same shock white hair, not long, it's more shaggy and short, just kind of peeking around an edge at your friends.
hey. I thought you were here
He
from Jin.
fucking jumps. You scared the shit out of this kid. And he turns around and then like panics and like starts looking around like as if he's about to go bolt somewhere.
Come on, don't run. I see you. I know where this village leads to.
And then he stops for a second and gets really confused. What do you mean where the village leads to?
Can't go anywhere, kid.
I can go. You don't know every hiding place I have. I have many. At least. He
Hold
starts counting on his hands. 7.
Just come here. I see you peeking at us. What's up?
He steps closer to you. Make an insight check.
Jin will walk out close, walk up to him, but he'll come up gently.
Uh-huh.
A 15.
This is your little brother. Spitting image of your father. You have your mother's eyes, which is where the red comes from. The only difference between the two of you, besides the short hair, is the fact that he has your father's color eyes, which are a bright yellow.
Well, look at this, isn't it? Little Kai.
That's not my name. That's Dad's name.
Yeah, no, he's my dad too.
What? What do you
Yeah.
mean he's your dad too? That's not how it works. He's my dad.
Yeah, and Mira is my mom too.
What?
Yes.
This kid's dumbfounded. No,
right, well, come on.
that would make you my brother, and I don't have any brothers.
Well, that is true because I'm disowned. But
Wait, what? What does that mean?
well, that means I was let go.
You got fired from being my older brother?
Bit more complicated, but yeah, so to speak. But with how
Mardor and Ben, you see Jin's walked up to and is just talking to the kid who's been kind of staring at you guys for an hour.
Can we hear this?
You hear Jin's side of it pretty clearly. And I'd say that the kid's side, I mean, he's talking away from you guys, so it's harder to understand what he's saying, but there's a conversation happening.
Okay.
So you gonna be a little hunter or what's up?
I don't know. I just learned what I learned.
What do you learn so far?
All sorts of things. I learned that when mom cuts her hand and then puts it in like a drink, she can make dad super strong.
Yep. I know that too.
I also learned that there's so many types of monsters and like wait, you could do that too?
No, I know that too. I can't do that. I just
okay.
know that.
But there's all sorts of monsters and like not all of them are bad, but the ones that are deserve to be dead.
Yeah, I killed a hag. 2.
What?
Yep.
Come on, how come you can't be my brother so I could say my brother killed hags? Now I have to say the guy who got fired killed hags.
Gotta talk to your dad about that one.
Our dad.
Well, I'm technically not owned, so.
So is he not your dad? Because you called him your dad and now you're saying he's not your dad.
Listen, man, if I explain to you how kids are made, I just get in trouble.
What do
so...
you mean? Are we talking about how
What
are
the
kids
fuck
made?
are
Wait,
you
how are
talking
kids made?
about?
Mom! And he just goes running
Ah,
off.
fuck.
He just goes bolting off. He runs past Jarell and Valxis on his way to the main tent.
I'll catch up with you and Jin will run after him. Hey, don't. Hey, come on. We don't gotta tell them about this shit, man.
He runs right into the tent, or right into the hut.
Hi.
Are you following him in?
Jin will just be like, what Drell taught me. What Drell taught me. Just go to my happy place and he'll step in.
Into the hut?
Yeah, he'll step in.
You step in, and your mom hasn't gotten up from her position, which was you. I didn't explain this, but in the center of the room, and you know this well enough, they have the laid out pelts of different fur-based monsters, moorbounders, all sorts of things that are just on the floor. And she's sitting crisscross on the floor, and your little brother has like hopped onto her lap and is like, "Mom, so how are kids made?" And you walk in, and she looks up at you and goes,
I was trying to. I ran into him. I was trying to break the ice with calling him Little Kai, and
it's
I don't
not
really
his
know how to
name."
explain. I know. I don't know his name. I'm just saying he looks like Little Kai. He has his eyes.
I know. The problem is he doesn't have the possibility to be a champion of Nolgaris.
He could be his own champion.
What do you mean by that?
Just saying he could.
Did you become your own champion?
No, but I'm just saying he doesn't have to totally. He can do what he wants to do.
No one has to do anything. We're not forcing anyone to do anything.
Oh, okay. I just
Did
thought
you
with the whole
feel
possibilities.
forced to?
I mean, with the way Dad, I don't want to do this in front of Kai, the little Kai.
The little guy.
She looks down at him and goes, "You need to get ready for bed. I will tell you. I won't tell you how kids are made later." And pushes him off, and he goes running off into a back room.
I was just trying to say I was his brother because I ran into him and it was already awkward.
You are his brother.
Well, technically I'm not
You
because I'm
got
not.
disowned by your father. Doesn't mean I disowned you.
I needed that. Thank you.
Homie doesn't understand how disownment works.
It doesn't make you not his brother.
Yeah, I know.
But you don't know
Listen,
him. If you don't want to be considered his kin, then so be it.
he seems like a sweet little dude. He's my brother. I don't have any ill will. I mean, the thing I did was immature and. Listen, it's complicated. There's a lot to unpack on it.
I know that it's complicated. I was here for all of it.
It's just in my mind at the time. Looking at it now, it's just. I just thought as a champion, you
were
slay the big
basically a
monsters.
child.
Yeah, But I mean, knowing now and the group I protect now, I understand what it means.
You're their protector?
Not entirely, but I do take a lot of the brunt of things.
I mean, if you're their
You
protector,
just see
don't-
Jin. She just sees Jin just stare off droningly, like
she her face for the first time since you've seen her softens a bit, and she goes, I said you hadn't changed much, but if you found your people and you are acting as a protector, then you've changed far more than I thought. Because the biggest problem back then is that you weren't a protector.
Yeah, I just thought as a champion, you're supposed to kind of go and be this big champion and slay every beast, but in reality, that's not really the half of it.
What's the point of slaying beasts if everyone else is killed in the process?
Yeah, that's what I've won. At the time, I just thought
You were young. I understand.
you kill the big bad monster and what happens, happens. But in reality, there's a lot more weight with things than... I mean, obviously, I knew the weight of it. I felt the weight of it then, but the weight is, I guess, better understood now.
His name's Merrick, by the way.
Merrick. All right. What's he do? He just kind of...
He's
I'll
5
ask
years
him that.
old. We've talked about this already.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean,
I've
have
been
you
gone
met
for a
a
while.
child before? What do you
Yo,
mean,
it's
what's
his
he
job.
do?
Not really. If
You've
I'm
never
going to be
met
honest,
a
I've just
child before?
not like really hung out with one I gave a shit about.
Okay, valid.
I just kind of go around. Well, actually, the better half of these past like 2 to 3 months, I've been a lot more personal growth. It's the middle area was just more or less the same beat.
It doesn't matter when the growth happens as long as it happens.
True. Hey, listen, while I'm here,
Yes.
I'm just gonna give you the heads up on this. The benevolent one is here. I'm just gonna give you the lowdown on it.
The benevolent one.
Yeah, I've been rolling with him. And you get a kick out of this. I've been training him. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. I saw him take a whole cannonball to his chest. Nothing.
The more you
Crazy.
speak, the more like dumbfounded your mother looks. The benevolent one has never traveled through our forest. You understand you're bringing him here for the first time. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's been quite
Whoops.
a specific thing that's... Well, I don't know why you're saying...
Well, the reason why I thought he had already been here is because, and I know I'm kind of speaking about his personal beliefs, but I feel like you're the next best person who could help us. He has a memory problem. He just doesn't really remember a lot of his past life. And if I want to get really into it, it's
Is the
due to
benevolent
this
one a person? He's been
Uh,
wandering for, as far as
persons,
we're aware, hundreds
technically.
of years. What? Wait,
Yeah.
multiple people have been acting as the benevolent one?
Why are you
No,
info dumping your mom?
I'm,
If it's
the best
complicated,
way
we
to
can
put
discuss
it,
it later.
yeah, I'd rather have him here because it's his thing. I don't want to just say it. It's not that I don't trust you. You're my mother. It's mostly I don't want to just expose his things.
I understand. We can discuss it later. I have to prepare for the ritual tomorrow
there's-
anyways.
That's
You seem like you want to talk about it.
the thing is I'm worried that if I tell you it just before you do the ritual, that you could get more hurt or more distraught from what happens because of just what is at play. It's much larger than just the benevolent one has memory problems.
I don't believe information that I gather before we go into the ritual has any sort of repercussions based on the outcome of said ritual.
Okay, good then. That's all I was worried about. It's just like the mental space going in.
I mean, as long as we have a dedicated purpose going in.
True. I guess I just don't want it to be muddled, I guess, with what we're doing.
Just go run and get Ben. And
I'm just gonna go get him right now.
Okay. You run and go get Ben and come back. Ben, you've stayed hooded this whole time. Are you releasing the hood when you step into the main hut?
yeah,
This
as
is
soon as I
Ben.
step in.
Ben, this is my mom. She is tribe mother. And I was telling her how you kind of have a memory problem, but I didn't really want to say how that came about. But I thought maybe she'd be a really good person to help you just because she communicates with a deity and is
Interesting
well
that,
versed in things.
that one man has traveled for so long without elvish origin.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, I suppose.
And are you? You're renowned. We stay in secrecy.
Well, just because, you know. Anyways, what do you want to know?
I don't know. My son brought you in here saying there were all sorts of things going on with you that...
I just didn't want to talk about the lich
I'm sorry. What?
without you being.
He just goes, I just want to talk about the LICH.
So, hold on. Is it more of a priority that we worry about this lich you're speaking of, or the fact that Inocarus has been not in contact with you?
I mean, in my honest
Have you
opinion,
told
I
the
think
rest
the
of
lich
them?
thing is about the. Oh right, no, I haven't. It's just me and Drell. I wasn't sure if we should talk about that because
I am
Yeah.
not going to dictate what you can and cannot speak with your own friends.
What do you mean Inocarus hasn't been?
I've been duped. Lack of a better term, I've been.
I mean, who knows?
Fooled.
Maybe I'm horribly incorrect. But my most recent conversations with Inocarus were only but a few weeks ago. And throughout our entire history, Inocarus has never branded one of his children. Inocarus has never, ever shown anything but mercy. And thus his destruction of another deity sounds far from it. And as far as I'm aware, Inocarus had told me that the power that was stolen from him and had been bestowed upon Jin, which we knew it had been given to you, Jin, was still stolen and had not been returned, the way that Jin seems to believe it has.
I mean, I was there in the dream.
I understand that your shiny friend explained it in quite a lot of detail, but I've never seen Inocarus in the form in which you all described.
Can I use silent image to create a image of what that version of Inocarus looked like?
It was a giant, floating, glowing red, closed eye, pouring blood, and it had opened up, but the blood was still pouring into a pool at the base in a black void. So you can silent image that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I swam in that. Jin points. I swam in that.
She steps back, like, sort of surprised. That is not the form in which Inocarus takes to communicate with the tribe mothers. While that is the symbol that we use for Inocarus, he is a man in which I have seen, a man who has ascended. He utilizes a humanoid form when he communicates with his children. This seems straight out of a nightmare.
Yeah, every dream I have with him is kind of like nightmarish, or it's just kind of really intense and crazy.
Were the teachings that we gave you for the most of your childhood to fear Inocarus? Or that he would instill fear in you?
No, but I think I just kind of lived with a lot of regret and kind of fear what it was going to be like coming here. So maybe it just manifested like that with my doings with the Inocarus. Because a lot of my talkings with him is kind of like a path to retribution.
I do
From
not
what I
doubt
gathered.
that whoever you've been speaking to is capitalizing on that fear. But Cain is coming. And while you've spent the last 9 years doing whatever it is you've been doing, he has spent the last 9 years owning his skills as the champion of Norcris. And I would hate to see either of you fall. But I'm not sure what to do here besides
Me
the
neither.
ritual.
Yeah. But before we get too far off tangent on this, Jin will explain what happened to Ben and how Ben has come about in detail to her.
Okay. Ben, I'm assuming you're going to verify the information as being correct as to what you've been told.
Sure.
This isn't like she's not going like the pale white that she did when she heard from Drell. This is more just fascination. A man created from the remnants of a ritual. And you've decided to use your long-lasting life for good. Can't be criticized. And while the Lich might be of a concern, especially if it's just north of here in the mountains, it hasn't been a concern thus far, so why is it a concern now?
We think he's been following us. A visage of sorts. A shadowy figure that stands in the streets or hides behind corners and has been giving everyone visions.
Would you like
But me.
us to utilize the ritual we're going to be performing tomorrow with Jin and Drell, was it?
Yeah.
To inquire to Inocaris what information he might be able to bestow upon us in relevancy to you and your past?
It's possible in this time.
We just have to
I
know
don't
what you're
know.
looking for. What kind of information you want, what kind of questions you want to ask. Unless you also want to participate in the ritual, but again, enough people to all get exhausted. I've rarely had other individuals participate in the ritual with me, and when I have, they've been almost more down for the count than I have.
It's up to you,
Is
Ben,
it
if you want
safe
to
if
or not.
I participate?
I have never had a being manifested through a corpse participate, so the matter of safety is as much of mystery to me as it is to you. Jin, are you going to keep bringing friends individually in here the entire night and then all of them are going to end up participating by tomorrow, or is this going to be
This is the
the
last,
last
one,
one?
I'm gonna be
Okay,
honest.
okay.
Yeah.
good?
I mean, I'm tight with Aphelion, but
Who?
Aphelion, I don't think. Jin just explains in detail what Aphelion is.
It's at the as you're about to explain Aphelion, there's a younger woman, blonde, like platinum blonde hair, who comes running in, like hair down to her waist, wearing common clothes with like a coat over it, and she comes like running in a little bit out of breath, and she goes, "Tribe Mother, there's an individual, blue of skin, dragon eyes with gems around his eyes. He's got
That's
vines
Aphelion.
growing out of his body. He's in the lab right now."
What? Jin will look back.
And she goes, "Jin, where did you? Never mind."
This merry band of misfits that you asked where we all met. You want to hear something? At a bar. Crazy. We met at a bar.
We tried to keep you away from alcohol
true.
as best we could.
Oh.
That explains a lot.
And she goes,
I don't drink at all. Ever. Never.
she goes, "Meredith, is this a priority? Because I need to prepare for another ritual tomorrow." And she goes, "Oh, I apologize, Tribe Mother. We didn't know. No, we'll just keep doing our thing." And she sees Jin, and she goes,
Hello.
she like pauses for a moment and kind of stares at you a bit.
I know. And Jin will just hang his head.
She goes, Tina's asked about you. No one's had any answers.
I'll make sure to stop by and visit tonight.
I hope so. And she steps out.
But yeah, Mom, there's no one else gonna probably come through here because I mean, I don't know. I feel like they don't really need to get into the mix of this or the mess of it. Even if they care about me, which I get, but it's just complicated. And I'll just explain it to them later when we're just not here. It's already just kind of tense. I kind of, in all honesty, I kind of made it tense just because I didn't know what was happening, so I kind of just projected all that onto them. So, yeah.
She goes, well, then I must continue preparing. I assume your father has... your father has everything set up for you and your friends to sleep tonight, and we will do the ritual as soon as we're ready tomorrow.
Sounds good. What time do you want to meet tomorrow then? Just early?
Whenever
Or
it's finished, you'll be fetched. If you're not
All
already
right.
with us.
All right, I'll pick up Merrick in the morning. I'll talk to him and try to explain some stuff. Kind of dropped the ball, so I'll make it
What
up
do
to
you mean
you guys.
explain some stuff? What are you going to explain to him?
I kind of misread the whole disowning thing, so I had to explain to him I am his brother, and don't worry about how babies are made. And
Oh, he's already not worrying about that. Don't bring it up again or he'll get curious.
yeah, maybe I'll take him out to get some food around here or whatever. I don't know. Try to get to know him or something.
I mean, I don't know how much time you'll have to do that. Once we do the ritual, you'll be almost knocked out for days.
Whew. All right, well, I better go
Nonetheless-
visit Tina.
She's grown more confident since you left.
Oh, yeah?
Do you not
She's
agree?
still
I
at
mean,
the-
well, you haven't seen her, but
Is she still at the same spot as we were as kids, or I don't know if people
she
move around?
she has a husband and children.
Wow, everyone's getting married and has kids. That's crazy.
I mean, what do you mean? Who else has married and has children? I mean, we had
Well,
another child, but you've been gone for nearly a decade.
Yeah, well, I mean, that makes sense. I guess I'm just saying everyone just because it's the first person is just kind of funny is all.
I should let you know ahead of time that Sasha is being trained to take over my position as tribe mother.
Really?
Does that surprise you, genuinely?
Nah, I don't know. Nah, not really.
I mean, you were always competing with her, and she always was besting you, so...
Okay, all right.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I have to let the small competition just go. I have to just... Not everything is a competition.
That was your biggest issue as a child.
Yeah, even still, I am working on it.
I hope that goes away soon.
Jin just shakes his head. It's just gonna be hard. It's just gonna be one of those things.
We'll see. Nonetheless, go. I must prepare the ritual for tomorrow morning.
All right.
You both head out. At this point, I would say Drell and Valxis, unless you guys didn't go back to the group. You guys said you guys have just kind of been around the ritual center. I'm assuming you guys were led. Everyone but Ben and Jin has been led to sort of like a bunkhouse type place where there's more than enough bedding set up for each one of you, but it's all in one room.
Jin will look over at Ben while they're walking. Hey, if I overstepped there, I'm sorry. I just feel like we were just kind of on a cold trail and just kind of wanted to get your help in any way, just because it's a bit larger than me in my situation. So,
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
of course.
Marador.
I'll catch up with you. I'm gonna go meet up with everybody, the people I need to go kind of meet with, and then I'll find you guys.
All right.
Marador.
Yeah.
At a certain random to you point, while you were guarding the carriage, you felt a familiar, warm embrace. That stayed for a short while and then went away. Sort of just a reassuring feeling.
Okay.
Nonetheless, Jin, do you have anything specifically you want to like do, or do you want to just say, "Oh, I go catch up with them"?
He'll just go catch up with them and say hi. And
You get interesting reactions. To find Sasha, actually, you go to the lab where Aphelion is currently being like oogled and ogled at by every single person who's in that lab. You step in because after asking around a little bit, you know Sasha is currently like the head of the alchemy lab in the tribe. That she's like on the border of becoming the tribe mother when your mother steps down. So she's currently running goddamn everything in here. And she is she's at a desk, like far back of the room, just sort of head on her hands, just observing what everyone's doing with Aphelion from a distance, and sees you enter and tenses up a little.
Hey, he do the thing
Hi.
for you guys yet?
What thing?
Do the thing, Aphelion. Do the thing.
Huh?
He just mouths. Just do one of your forms. Do it for him.
Archer
It'll be
form.
funny.
Archery form?
Archery form.
You watch as Aphilion's body turns into just celestial ether, and the amount of that happens around you as that elderly woman goes to like reach out to your arm again, and when she touches it, she like feels the energy that's starting to like sort of like coalesce around her hand, because it is something that like forms around your body, and she's just like, what is this? What is going on?
Have
How
fun
do you
studying
do
him,
this?
and Jin will just pat on the door and walk out.
People are like frantically writing in like little notepads, like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with Aphelion.
My, what big muscles you have.
Wow.
This bow does not actually exist, and it looks like it's ready to fire radiant energy. How?
Or no, sorry. Jin will just kind of wait on the other side of the door for them to finish with Aphelion.
Oh, they're gonna, dude, if he allows them to, they'll keep fucking look over your shit all night. When you say wait on the other side of the door, do you mean you left the building?
Better
I
hang
guess
on
so,
me,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the building.
Okay,
just
you're
kinda
out. So
listen
you're
to
just outside. Aphelion.
After
I
a few
mean,
minutes, he'll come back in.
they're still going unless Aphelion stops
Wait.
them.
I want to see one thing. What happens if they try and draw blood when I'm just in the starry form?
Do you want them to try to draw blood?
Sure.
Are you offering yourself up to draw blood?
Yeah, here's my hand.
You hold out your hand for them to draw blood, and one of them just gets a reassuring, like, consensual nod, and then takes a scalpel and tries to, like, cut through the starry form. And you feel it. You'll take a point of slashing damage. In the blood, while you can't see the wound, the blood does drip, almost like as if your hand is underneath the starry, like, form, just drips out from underneath. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're all just writing it down. One of them like sticks a vial under your hand and is like trying to collect it. But you step back in, Jin. You hear from across the room, you've brought us quite the specimen.
Yeah.
Is this your forgiveness present to the tribe?
If you want to take it that way, he's just my friend. I didn't
It's not
bring
for
my
me to
friend here.
take.
I just kind of came back to find my own forgiveness and no real gifts.
You are here for forgiveness, then.
Oh
I
yeah.
was told you were here to fight Cain.
No, I don't want to fight him.
He wants to fight you.
I know.
Real bad.
I know.
You see
So
her
how you
face go
been?
solemn as she thinks back on the day that, because she was there.
Yeah.
It was you, Kane, Cassandra, Tina, Sasha, and Razakiro. And she's thinking back. And you say, so how have you been? And she goes, I've been.
I heard big things are coming for you.
Oh, yeah, can't wait to be in comas after I discuss things with our deity. No, I shouldn't say it like that. I'm being bitter.
Hey, I mean,
it's
listen, I know what it's like. I grew up
you
with
knew
it. I
what it's like. You don't know what
True,
it's
I
like.
don't know. True, I knew.
Also, being groomed to be the headhunter isn't being groomed to be the tribe mother. Granted, you were being groomed to be the champion. You were supposed to be in place of Cain. And he was supposed to be living here happily with Cassandra.
Yeah, I know.
But we were children. Things happen.
Yeah, I guess so.
What about you?
What have I been up to?
Find a woman, have kids, live out in the world, outside of this clan?
Well, I did find a woman. Don't know if that's gonna happen anymore now.
How'd you fuck that up?
I didn't. It's because I work with somebody. What else? Killed some hags. Fought with a dragon.
No, back. Because you work with somebody?
Yeah. You know the Winter Lights?
I know of them.
Yeah, I'm hired on as a bodyguard for their son, and due to some family things, and since she's involved,
Is he here right now?
Oh yeah, he's here. Who knows? Maybe he'll play a show
to watch him.
Not the family. He hired me to watch them, and then I met the family. Great people. Oh my god. You ever had pizza?
No, I don't know what that is.
Fucking delicious.
Did you bring one of the Winter Lights here to witness your death?
Bro.
I guess so. I mean, he just travels with us.
Bro.
You said you don't intend to fight back. Cain is going to execute you.
Then he executes me. It is what it is.
Aphelion, you're hearing this conversation.
What? I just start shoving all the people away that are still proud.
And the old woman goes, up, consent's gone, everyone back to work.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Jin,
In a way, it's kind of what I deserve.
Are you serious?
As serious as I can be.
We come all this way. We come home.
I didn't know he was gonna be here. So
he's not here right now. Doesn't mean he's not on his way, but he's not here right now.
I understand.
He did stop in a few weeks ago to tell your mother what he plans on doing.
Jesus.
Well, I mean,
I get it.
Did you
though.
expect him to kill you because of your theft and not warn your parents first?
I mean, I thought. I guess I kind of took it as a more of a. He's gonna tell my parents how he's gonna kill me.
No, he told his parents that you'd stolen a power from an Ocarus and that.
Oh, he told
he
his
had to-
parents. Oh, they
No, he told your parents.
Oh, okay. Sorry, this is a big confusion.
Yeah,
now.
he told your
did
parents.
Tell my parents, fucker.
He told your parents that a power was stolen, which led your mother to commune with an Ocarus to confirm, and everyone's under the understanding that either you're going to duel, and whoever comes out of it is an Ocarus' champion, or
I'm gonna whisper over to Jin. But then we figure out that it's not stolen. Like, isn't that why you have all the tattoos? Like, it's all good now.
No, dude, no.
You're not there.
fuck.
You're not there. You're not there, Drell.
Don't worry about it, Aphelion. It's more complicated.
What?
Aphelion, insight check. You gather there's been a serious
There's a lot going
release
on.
of information that has happened over the last couple hours while you've been like experimented on that you missed severely.
Oh boy.
I mean, I ran away. He kills me. He kills me. Makes sense.
No, it doesn't. What do you mean
What?
it makes sense?
This is something I have to atone for, man. Trust me, with a lot of the dreams I've had, I fucked up this guy's life. So if this brings him any kind of solace or whatever the word is, I lived a good 25 years.
None of this is making any sense right now, Jin. I mean, I feel like we've known each other for a long time. It feels like a long time, but really hasn't been that long. And you aren't one to just lay down.
Yeah, but things change. Things change.
I just look at you, just so confused. I just stare.
Think about it, Aphelion. What's the betterment for the group? The boy who ran away and stole a power kills the champion? What's that going to do for the morale of this village?
Sasha
You just
goes,
don't kill each other.
since when have you cared about the morale of this village?
There's a lot that's changed recently that's kind of totally shift my perspective.
So what is the Winterlight family going to do when they find that the bodyguard for one of their own is dead?
Who cares? Me and Valxis are fighting.
It's
And,
surprise.
like, what? He just goes back to his family? He doesn't even
You're-
want to be a
you're-
part of his family. It doesn't
You're
matter
guarding
either.
someone who you hate?
It got complicated. Yeah, I mean, you can do your job but not like it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess.
And I don't even, like, hate him. It's more of just the situation that I'm just put in because of what's going on with working with them. So I just kind of hate the situation. And it won't really blow back too far.
So the
He
answer
doesn't
is
wanna
to
be part of his
die.
family. I mean, I'm not giving up, but
It sounds like you're giving up.
exactly what you're doing.
It sounds like 9 years away from the village has made you a quitter.
it's just
No, do what you're going to do.
what would that solve of me fighting Kane?
I don't know what it would solve.
don't.
I don't want to run forever. This is just gonna be my life. If I ran forever, it's just running. I could never
That
come
is
home.
a
I will
pressure
always be
for
known
you
as a thief.
to figure out and not
Jin,
me.
I'm
I
not
know.
saying don't.
Do you
you
guys
don't
need a moment? Do you want to go talk
I
about
was
this?
just I came here to
Jin,
catch
it's
up
been
with Sasha.
very good to see you, but I think maybe you need to,
Yeah.
because it sounds like your friends don't know what you're planning here.
Yeah. But before I go, I did save a dragon and fought 2 hags. So I don't know what you've been up to, but I'm just
I'm gonna become the
Letting
tried
you know.
mother of the clan. Oh, big, like
Jin looks over at we just have had a competition thing since we were little. It's not healthy.
I'm going to take your mom's job. I don't think you can beat that.
I guess I can't.
And she
I
smirks.
guess have fun with week-long comas. He just
Have
shrugs
fun
back.
not being able to talk to our god.
Apparently, the way he's going.
You just see
Gonna
Jin
die
just
next
close his
week.
fist. I do talk to him.
Have fun not
Okay.
ruling the entire clan, which is what you wanted since you were a kid.
It's what my dad wanted, more or less. Okay, the
And
champion
that's why
thing
you
seemed
left
cool,
and-
but
yeah, okay,
it really
Jin.
molded my brain. It really molded my.
Uh-huh.
Do you have anyone, Sasha? Do you have a significant other?
Sounds
Or
like
are
you don't
just-
anymore.
Well, do you?
I don't need one.
Have fun with your work. Jin just stomps
I
out.
will. You both,
Fucking Sasha,
Aphelion, are you
just-
following her out? Following him out, I
Motherfucker.
mean.
Hey, I'll just let it breathe for like 10 seconds. It's just standing there.
Everyone in the room, that's when you
He
notice
comes
everyone in the
back in
room.
with his sword. I saved a dragon and I have a sword from the dragon. Look at this.
Aw, aren't you special?
I am. I need...
Looks like you've been crying. Maybe you need to go take a break.
This is permanent. This is tattoos that they're stuck on me. I am
Aw,
branded.
you're permanently crying. What a pitiful little Jin.
God, I have not missed you.
I missed you, though.
Where's Tina? Where's
Probably with her husband and kids. It is getting late.
I'll go visit someone who would just appreciate to see me.
I don't
Goodbye.
think Tina appreciated. She didn't. Okay.
Bye, everybody. It was nice meeting you.
And then because you, in the moment that you let it breathe, you see that like everyone in the room has stopped their work and is just staring down at this confrontation. And when you're like, bye everyone, they're like, bye, like in unison. They all say bye, and then you step out. Jin, you're remembering back to your youth. It was kind of like a two separate trios situation that was going on. It was you, Kane, and Cassandra were like a friend group, and the other half of your like sort of teenage like hunting party was another friend group that was Tina, Sasha, and Razakiro. And that Sasha was your direct competition because she was always just a little bit better than you at everything. Razakiro was kind of just a jock, like kind of a dick. And Tina was just like the scared, not nearly as brave as everyone else. You would kind of push her a little too much, so she didn't really like you.
In Jin's mind, he was just trying to make her more confident.
Right.
You can do this.
Yeah.
You just see Jin just looking up at the sky, just grimacing.
Aphelion, he's talking to you.
Every fucking time she gets the best. Oh, that fucking. Oh, God. God, like the sister I never fucking had, dude.
Nice.
Fucking Bowman, man. Fucking Bowman. And he's just marching around. They think they're so fucking great. They stand from afar, snipe a shot. I'm accurate. And then you just hear Jin rambling as he's going along.
Aphelion, you're just following him wherever he's going.
Yeah, the range is nice.
He
Just letting him vent it out.
just kind of adding in your 2 cents every once in a while. No, range is pretty good. Fucking Bowman. It's kind of. You guys get back to the guest house thing. Jin, you go.
This is the
storming in.
guest house.
Everyone's kind of chilling
Jin just
inside.
pointed to Aphelion. This is where we'll stay. So I'm sorry, Aphelion, that you had to see that.
No, don't be.
She just brings the fucking worst out of me.
Listen, I don't care that I saw that. I'm just more. I would like an apology for the fact of you not. Would you?
What you heard in there is what Drell heard, and we just don't talk about that. Okay?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you just keeling over and doing nothing.
That's what I'm talking about. Just don't tell that in front of everybody. Listen, if it happens, just let me roll over. Just let me roll over. Don't heal me. Don't do anything. Just let me roll over. If I can't convince him, just let me roll over.
What if I say no?
Dude, there is a whole band of these people trained to kill monsters. I'm sure the way they will take care of everyone and dispatch everybody, you really won't know where you're at.
I'm not saying that we fight your village. I'm not saying that
That is what's gonna happen if you stop it. Just it'll be all right, man. It'll be all right. Surely.
It doesn't feel like it.
It
He
really
puts his
doesn't.
hand on Aphilion's shoulder. It'll be all right. And he crawls into bed.
You guys step in this like hut, and you see the rest of the party kind of just like sitting around.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey.
Hey
Let's not
guys.
hit her.
Jin comes in a little more hot-headed than usual.
What's the matter, Aphelion, huh?
Got in a
Uh,
fight with
like
my
wrong
friend
day.
that I
Just
knew.
like a wrong
It
day.
just.
I said Aphelion, not Jin.
I thought you were asking Aphelion for the answer. Okay, I'm
No.
sorry. I'm just reading into
No.
things.
2 steps ahead.
There's a lot to unpack today. I have a little brother that I have to. Not have to, but I want to get to know.
What's the point? Okay, here.
You know, I will
Jin,
give you
what's the
a
point of
pass.
getting to know him if you're gonna do what you want?
maybe it'll inspire him. Maybe it'll give him some guidance. I don't
What
know.
do you mean
Take the
inspire?
pressure off his life.
You're crazy.
So that way he knows what to do right. You know what I
Hey,
mean? Just use me as a rebound.
Valxis,
do
Ben,
right.
and Mardor, Drell and Aphelion seem to know what Jin's talking about. The rest of you have no goddamn idea what they're talking about. They're being weirdly vague.
I get that this is a secret village and all, but I genuinely have no idea what y'all are saying.
Jin wants to die.
Do you want to die?
I don't know if he wants to die.
Valxis,
but,
I'm
like,
assuming
if
you've
he-
dropped the disguise as soon as you're
Why
inside.
would you die here?
I don't know.
There's a lot at play.
Which one used an 8th
There's
spell
some-
slot?
There's some village politics. Don't even worry about the whole spell thing. I let my friend know that you're here.
Oh, Valxis,
If you don't
Mm.
want to die here, we can make sure. you
Who
don't
gives
die.
a fuck? We're in a hidden village with trained killers. If anything, this is the safest place
They're
you could
all-
be to run away from your family.
They're
the
all
vast
trained
majority.
killers here?
Not the vast majority. A good chunk of people are
Jin.
incredibly talented.
I was about to say, where have you led
Jin.
us?
I led you to my home.
Right. Okay.
Does that
What?
make you a trained killer?
I'm good at what I do. I'm good at what I do.
Jin, how does your village feel about the winter lights?
I don't know, but like you don't even want to be a part of them. So if anything, this is where you should be if they hate them. And if they like them, you're just not a part of them and you're just in this village. You're just another person coming by.
I don't know if.
You just can't talk about this place once you leave it. Easy.
Mardor's gonna kind of lean into Valxis and be like, "Are you hiding from these people?"
No, I'm not hiding from anyone.
And if anything, with what a lot of this village kind of stands for and doing things for the greater good and what your your family want to do, kind of lines up, just they don't intersect.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And your secret's safe here in the secret village. Who are they gonna tell?
Wait. You told someone about Valxis being here?
Yes.
Wait, I didn't blurt this out, and you told someone about Valxis being here?
Yeah.
Congrats, Drell. You are the first to not give up alive. Congrats.
She was asking
Congratulations.
how I lost a significant other, or it's not gonna work out. So I just explained
What
it.
the
It's
fuck's the matter with you?
who cares? Valxis ends up slipping
Whoa,
up
whoa,
anyways.
Whoa. Look, Jin, I'm gonna say this as bluntly as possible because you don't seem to be blunt with anyone else. I get that you think your life is over the second Crane or whoever comes over here, and he's gonna kill you and all that shit. It doesn't mean you gotta take us down with you.
No one's going down. You guys are in a hidden village where they
Jin.
fight for the good of things.
Jin, I hope you understand. I don't think they're gonna let us out. How do we leave?
They let people out who just come sell things here, man. I'm sure you just can't say anything. People come here and do business for a way smaller reason. You guys are
Okay.
Can we not talk about the after the part of the hypothetical that Jin is
Right,
just gonna
you're not
go
dying.
over and
Jin.
die?
I am, if it comes
No.
down to it.
No,
You're not.
We're not
I
dying.
am.
Jin looks at Drill. Come on. Drill, you know what's going on. Come on, you get what's happening. I've told you all my secrets. It makes sense. It just happens.
Look, man. We need to just see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
well,
like what I do. Just sleep it up. Just sleep on it.
No,
All
I
right.
don't
like the
sleep
whole-
on it. We
I don't like the whole dying thing, but I like the sleeping on it thing.
We gotta get to the bottom of this.
All
whole
right.
God shenanigans.
well,
To
I'm
some
gonna
of
meet
you,
up with my.
what
Oh,
god
fuck.
shenanigans?
Yeah. So there was also another thing that apparently I seem to not be in the loop on. Something is going on with your god.
Come on, don't worry about it, man. It's
Oh.
No,
maybe
I guess I shouldn't
maybe-
worry about it. You're gonna die anyways in like 7 days.
yeah.
You will
I'm
meet
gonna-
him.
I'm gonna be honest.
Maybe I'll meet. Yeah, we'll see. But it's just complicated right now. We just don't need to add it to the mix. After we do what's done tomorrow, then we'll have a better grasp. I don't want people to freak out more than
I'm already
what we-
freaking out. It's
Yeah, but-
already pretty bad.
Apparently nothing matters because you're just gonna die. So why are we even doing whatever tomorrow? Like
If you
apparently
do
we're
not-
playing tomorrow.
Well, it answers a lot of things, but the next part of tomorrow, the main thing for tomorrow is to help out with Ben and kind of get some clear information. But after that,
What's going on with Ben?
it'll be your guys' adventure if I don't make it.
If you do not fear death, then I mean, at least it is a good test to see whoever is backing you as a god, how far they can go.
Oh,
I've known about this for like a good month now. I've been letting this sit and boil, and it's just unlucky. I would have liked to have done the thing to correct everything, but it's just unlucky how things lined up like this.
Not all.
And in a way, maybe that's how
Wait.
things get corrected.
Wait, Jin, did you come here knowing you were gonna die?
Well, you gotta speak up. I barely heard you. What?
Did you come here knowing you were gonna die?
No, I had no idea. I'm gonna be honest. I had no idea. Even OOC, I had no idea.
You're not dying.
What's OOC?
Out of.
It's not very hardcore of you, Jin.
Yeah, might be, guys. I just thought we could come here and get some answers on some things, and then I try to make things right here, but it's just crazy how it lined up that they called Kane here as I was coming here.
Okay, straight up though, is there hey, magical people in this room, can someone do like a silence dome around us so I can tell you what's going on, because I don't want anyone else to hear in this village. I'm
No.
popping these
Talk
walls off.
quietly.
Let's just
Talk
sleep this
quietly.
off.
Drell,
Let's
it's
not
called
freak
whispering.
Drell. Let's not freak them. Drell, let's just not freak them out. We could be wrong. We could be wrong on what's happening. So let's just go into the meeting tomorrow, see what happens, and then inform everybody.
Yes, whisper at 3rd level.
I cast Whisper at 10th level.
Yo, I'm gonna try to whisper with
You barely
persuasion.
hear anything. You just hear ASMR sounds.
There's no
in your
one else
ear.
in this hut with you guys.
Yeah, but how thin are the walls, Corey?
Pretty thin.
Mardor sneezes.
But it's also late at night. I mean, unless you want to go check to see if someone's literally sitting outside listening in.
Oh no, because then we look sus. Ah, shit. Fuck. Alright, I'm whispering this.
Okay.
I'm whispering at like a level 2.
Okay.
Stage whisper.
I can assure you as the DM that if you guys are whispering, no one's hearing you.
Fucking swear to God.
I am God.
Thank God. Alright.
Thank God.
In God we trust anyway.
You guys can have a conversation without having to think there's prying ears in this situation specifically. You were in this hut and you were pretty confident no one is going to hear you if you're whispering to each other.
What we found out is that basically the god you know the whole thing with Yol stealing powers from Inocarus, and then like you know he died from Inocarus and all that shit. So
We could be
apparently-
wrong. Prefacing this, we still could be wrong.
I watched as you said yes, kill Yol to the giant.
So
pool of blood
apparently
and
we
the
might
eyeball in
not
the
be
sky.
dealing with the actual Inocarus, but some other god. Because when we talk to the mom, she's all like, "Oh, you still have the stolen powers," and we're like, "That's crazy. We gave them back." And she's like, "Nuh-uh." And we're
Marador,
like,
Yeah.
you feel the craziest chill up your spine during this conversation.
You just see the fur just go.
I'd grow back everything they just shaved.
Wool just covers her eyes.
Yeah. So what we thought was already handled and done is not handled and done. So basically, we, Jin and me, I guess, have been kind of dealing with another trickster god that's undefined because we don't know
Could
who
be.
they are.
Could be.
Why do you
Is
keep
it a trickster
saying
god, or is it just like
It's like
that
a-
they just tricked you? But it
Well,
doesn't necessarily make them a
it's
trickster.
'cause
It just makes-
The thing is because what makes it possible
Look, how did
that
they
it's
kill
not-
Yol? Yol is a
Yo,
god.
that it's not another god is that my
Yol
mom
is
was just saying the
definitely
form
dead.
that she sees when she speaks to him, right? But the eye still kind of matches up. Maybe he isn't so merciful
Yeah,
when it comes to stuff like that.
So I'm gonna be in a
But
meeting
you're possibly
tomorrow.
worshiping another unknown entity. That isn't
Worshipping,
your-
sure, possibly, yeah. It still
Yeah.
could be him. It could be. It's just unknown. So we're going
Okay,
into
but
a thing
his
tomorrow to figure it
mom-
out.
His mom said a lot of contradicting things, and I don't know why Jin's like, nah, dude, it's cool.
Because the meeting after with Ben, she said contradicting points to the contradicting points.
What meeting with Ben?
Well, I brought Ben back in to explain some stuff. I brought Ben back in to explain some stuff. But when
As
her
the,
and I
sorry,
were...
as the DM, out of character, what did she contradict that she said prior?
Not that contradict, but what makes Jin believe it is that... Well, it's like
I thought you
she
were
said
saying
it's
I was
the form
contradicting
that
myself, and I was like, I don't think I did. I thought I was on the same path.
she
the
said
whole
the
time.
form that she converses with is what she sees, but it could be different. Like, it just could be a different form that she is seeing.
What she
when
expressed
Ben
to you is
made an
that
image
she
of.
does not see this nightmarish giant eyeball bleeding into a pool of blood. Like, that's not... She sees a humanoid that she directly converses with. That Innocuous is a usually, as far as she's aware in her information of the tribe, is a merciful god. So the idea that he would just up and fucking kill a god is insane. And then additionally, he doesn't brand his children. And when you made your deal with him, he branded the tattoos of blood tears under your eyes and down your face. So that's what she was pointing out, as well as Innocuous said the power was still stolen a couple weeks ago. So that's what she had told you as to why it seems like this is not Innocuous that you've been dealing with.
Yeah, and from Jin's perspective, he just thinks that, well, like, maybe it's because I just did bad things and this is what it's going to be like under Innocuous, and this is what it's going to be like for him. But yeah.
So, are you saying you do not know who you follow?
Just uncertain right now.
Oh my god.
And that is what you are doing tomorrow?
Uncertain right now.
Yeah, we're gonna go with my mom and try to converse with him and see what happens.
Interesting. I did not know that was possible.
Me neither. Why can gods lie? Like,
why would they just
Why
go into
can't?
the sky
Of
and
course.
lie? Who would do that?
that's what I'm saying.
Who would do that?
Who would do that?
Welcome back, AJ. You're looking good, homie. Sorry. Go ahead.
My mother was having a crisis of identity, so I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. It has been revealed to the entire party that this whole Innocuous might be not Innocuous thing, and also Jin is accepting that he's just gonna die to Kane, and it just gonna let himself die. He's just gonna lose on purpose. And also he revealed who Valxis was to the rest of the party, or to the rest of the town, and now everyone's currently in the hut where you guys are gonna be going to sleep tonight. Sort of just like, what the fuck is going on? That's what you've missed. Aphilion's currently arguing. Aphilion and Valxis and Drell are kind of like, you're not just going to die. And Jin's like, I'm just going to die. I don't... But yeah.
Or like, no, you're gonna recently die.
But you guys continuing this conversation, or is this it and everyone's going to go to sleep grumpy?
Yeah, but like, I don't get why gods can lie. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, man. I don't know either.
Maybe it's
Kinda
not a
sucks.
god.
All-powerful beings don't have the
What
capacity
else
to
could
lie?
it be? You
Apparently.
think a dragon's lying to us? Like, that doesn't make sense either.
Could be a dragon
Could
and a
be.
god.
Could be.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Be a
Two
god and a
gods.
snake.
Dragon.
Man.
Godin.
Goggin.
Goggin.
Now
Gorgonzola.
Bamboozle's gone too. Bamboozle would have loved my little brother. I think that would have just been a funny combo. Damn it. And Jin's going to crawl into
This is
bed.
the first you're all hearing that he has a
session.
little brother.
You have a
Whole
little
session of
brother?
Corey talking to
Oh, yeah.
himself.
Yeah, it's
He
the
is
first
a
time
little-
too. That's what I was hoping for. If Bamboozle was here, it'd just be funny to see Corey RP as Bamboozle and a younger brother.
Yeah, he got a younger brother.
It's very rare that I
Yeah.
have two NPCs talking to each other, so conversations with myself don't happen too often, but it's kind of weird when it does.
Listen, man, I'm going to bed. There's a lot happened.
That
I
seems
had
like
an
a lot.
arrow
Like,
shot at
like-
me. A lot of news dropped on me.
You
That
guys-
arrow
blaming
was
someone.
nowhere near you. That
I
arrow
thought it landed
hit the
in between his
ground.
legs.
No, it hit the... Well, I mean, like, it wasn't gonna hit you, though.
Yeah.
Like it was an intent to get you to stop. Come on.
Sure, yeah.
There you go. No, that would be if he got hit. That would be if he got hit, AJ.
Oh, my arm.
That was sounded gory.
It
I
was
don't know why it
gory.
was
That
so
was
delayed.
brutal.
But yeah.
Squish.
Jesus Christ!
Are you all going to bed?
Died.
Jane's gonna crawl into his bed.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
3 in a
It's
row.
delayed.
Oh.
Ah,
Okay.
my knee.
Anyone else talk about anything? You guys all going to bed.
Going to bed.
What just happened? I just looked over and did someone just disappear? Oh. What just happened? That was weird. Okay, I looked over and something on Discord just like disappeared or reappeared and disappeared. That was weird.
Yeah, someone
I
just
saw it.
left and rejoined. I don't know.
Okay.
It's the bot.
Oh. Okay. So you all go to bed, knowing that the next morning you guys are entering this ritual.
Honk shoe,
Or at least-
honk shoe.
3 of you are. Yeah, you know, Meridor, you get some honk shoe me sleep for the first
Honk
time in a good
Wee.
long while. Yeah.
Everybody gets to hear Marador snore.
Yep. Yeah.
Mara snore.
Yeah.
What's it sound like?
Me, 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 me.
Nice.
So, you guys wake up the next morning. There's sort of like a somber tone. Whoever steps out of the hut first, it's a bit overcast. A few drops
Jin
of
will walk
rain,
out
but
first
it's
to go
not-
find Merrick.
It's kind of misty. It's not like raining, but there's a mist in the air. It's just a wet, overcast, sort of gloomy environment. I mean, you know that you'd find Merrick at the main at your parents' hut because he's probably still sleeping. He's a kid.
Jin will head over to go get him.
Cool. You head over, and he's currently like he's your parents are awake and just being sort of quiet while he's asleep in another room.
Morning.
Your father doesn't acknowledge you. Your mother. Good morning.
I was gonna take Merrick to meet my friends and probably just talk to him, take him to get some food.
Where are you going to take him to get? We don't have restaurants. It's not.
I don't know, man. This is awkward enough for me too. I was just gonna.
I mean,
try to get to
I
know
can
him.
send food along with you, and you could just eat wherever you go. I don't.
Sure.
I'll go wake him. And she steps into another room and shuts the door. It's just you and your father, sort of in the main chamber right now. He like looks over at you with like a. I mean, he's giving you daggers. Like that's.
Jin will just nod his head at him, just like.
What have you done to change?
Done a lot.
Really?
Been a lot of self-reflecting, protecting people, put in groups over myself.
Quit.
Oh, you talked to Sasha?
Well, when the next tribe mother hears that the current tribe mother's son is going to just fall on the sword, that kind of gets conveyed.
I mean, I
What
get
did
it,
I
but
do wrong?
it was mostly just like it just felt like I just kind of had to meet your expectation of just being this great hunter. It just felt like.
Are you not a great hunter? Do you
I
not
am
enjoy
really good at it.
hunting?
I do. It just felt like I just had to be so much larger than life. It was just kind of like if I
enjoyed
didn't
it?
get the biggest kill.
You enjoyed it so much you became the beast you hunted.
Yeah, it's a funny curse like that.
Is it a curse?
That's an Eminem rap.
Dude, that's like an innuendo.
Is that really Eminem rap?
No, I'm just saying that
Oh.
could be an Eminem lyric.
I mean, I guess it depends how you look at it. It gives me the power and ability to defend others and try to do right. But at the same time, if it's just kind of tied to something I did wrong in the past, then it's, I guess, in its own way, a cross you have to bear.
So you think it a curse? That you
To a
as a man
degree.
can become beast and gain power.
Not as a curse, but it's just the story behind it is in a weird way curse-like, I guess. It's just kind of not a. I guess maybe curse is too heavy, but I don't know. It's just kind of like a weird thing. And it's not like I have full control over it. Sometimes I get really like lost in the anger of it all, and I hurt somebody by it, and every time I do it, I do kind of think twice. I know I have to do it in order to protect people, but it's not like I do it without knowing that I could hurt somebody doing it. That's kind of why I step out in the front and try to get away from it in case something bad happens. It's scary too. It feels like when that happens, it feels like I myself is just in the eyeball of a monster. And you just kind of see what goes down in front of you and just can't do anything until it stops, I guess.
Sounds like exactly what you did with Cassandra.
Yeah.
You could have redeemed yourself had you stayed.
You think so, man? You gave me the last name of a moorbounder and you made me wear a hood to remember what I did wrong. I was a kid, I had a missing
Instead of
eye.
fighting back and earning your place in the village again, you left.
Yeah, but what was there to earn? I just walk around with this burden hanging over my head. I was already mangled and maimed from him.
If that's what you feel like you would have had to do,
I mean, I don't know what I would have had to done. I was a
what
kid
did
at
you
the
do
time.
when you
but
left?
I just went off and just was a mercenary.
Taking jobs to protect people.
Yeah.
And you don't believe that if you had healed, you wouldn't have been able to accompany the hunters here to protect the village? Learn from your mistake?
I guess so, but like it just would have.
You
I don't know. In my
ran.
mind, in my mind, I ran because it just would have been just disowned son. I have to wear this hood around. No one's gonna trust me on any of these hunts.
You build trust. Jin, you learn from your mistakes. You don't run from them.
I understand that now, but once I feel like I broke a lot of people's trust, and I just kind of had to get away
You
from
broke
it all.
more of their trust by running away after making your mistake. It's like you got someone killed in the village and then ran away from the problem.
Yeah,
People didn't even get a chance to mourn. You didn't allow anyone to hate you long enough.
Yeah.
And where did their hatred turn, Jin, when you left? To me and your mother.
Guess
For
so.
raising you so poorly. And then you come back to what? Fall on Cain's blade. That'll fix everything.
It's not like I came back to fall on his blade. I did come back to make things right and try to find a way to help out. But if it just lined up with Cain being here, I mean, I have my own plan. Hopefully, I can help with Cain. But
Well, there's been two circumstances in the last 24 hours where your friends were confused by your willingness to just die. So clearly you aren't conversing with them, which means you aren't protecting them if they want you to live. Are you going to hurt them too?
I didn't think about it like that. It just
Do you think about it? Or do you just do things? You just make decisions.
This decision I'm making to die by Cain's blade is mostly just because it would make things right. I mean, if everybody...
Would it?
I mean, the champion kills the thief's son. Sounds like a pretty happy ending for everybody. I mean, for my group, I know that would suck for them, but...
You think it would make everyone happy? For myself, for your mother, for your younger brother, for everyone else in the clan. It's gonna make up for everything. Cassandra dying. Oh, how do we fix it? Kill Jin. 2 deaths. Break your mother's heart. No one will be able to.
It's not like I'm just gonna.
It sounds like you are. It's the way you've been saying it to everyone in here.
I want to try to help out with Cain, but
what
I don't
do you mean
know how
help
to
out
approach
with
it.
Cain? What is there to help?
Well, I guess my grand scheme is if somehow I could pull it off.
You're always scheming.
I return all the powers, make one giant wish. Cassandra had never died, and then I just go off into my way in the woods, and everything is all good after that. But if I can't reason with him, even just try to talk to him, and I know he's probably hell-bent to kill me. Then, I mean,
What do you think happens if you bring Cassandra back?
I don't know.
She'll be brought into a world 10 years past her time. Kane will still have to leave. The champion of Inocarus cannot stay here, nor can he take wife. He is to be in solitude for the rest of his life, doing Inocarus's bidding, following his will, being the physical manifestation of his will. You'll bring Cassandra back, and then what? Kane's not allowed to be with her? You're gonna go off? Congrats. Jin's gone, Cassandra's back, everything's confusing.
I guess
Great
I didn't really
scheme.
think about that portion for it. I thought that
Who's
they could
bringing
just be
Cassandra
together.
back anyways?
I mean, I've met some pretty powerful people. Maybe if I did enough work for them, that I could fix it all.
You know someone who could bring Cassandra back? Someone who passed nearly a decade ago?
I believe so.
And you'd just leave. You'd resurrect her and you'd go. You'd just leave and you'd never come back.
I mean,
If you have a plan, you better be sure of it. What is your plan?
if somehow it could work out where I can bring her back and then me and Kane can switch places, then that would be ideal.
You
But
want Kane to give up being the champion of Inocarus? You think bringing Cassandra back to life would have Inocarus bestow upon you the championship that you were going for in the first place? Rip it away from Kane? We don't even know who Kane is.
yeah, that's the other reason why I don't really know how to approach this. That's kind of why the
But
whole
it sounds like you've made decisions even though you're unsure. You've decided
These are-
that if Kane's not to be reasoned with, you'll just take the death. You haven't figured it out in your own head, let alone discussed this with the people that you're meant to be protecting right now. You
Well,
may
then
not be
what, I
protecting
duel
the
him
village,
I duel him and kill him, and then what?
or do what you've always done. Run.
But I don't want to run anymore. I'm
That's
just
why you
facing
came
it.
back, because you don't want to run anymore.
I mean, I want to make things right. I mean, listen. I get it. You don't like me. We don't have the greatest
Is that
relationship.
what we're falling to? I'm trying to make sure that you're sure of mind when all of these unbelievably powerful, important decisions seem to fall before you. Being able to bring Cassandra back, having to fight Kane for this stolen power, bestowing it back to Inocarus. If you're even allowed to.
It's not like the decision has been done yet. It's just an idea. It's not like it's been decided and she's coming back to life. I haven't even talked to the people. I'm just kind of hoping that if I just keep my head down and work at things and just do the right thing, I can eventually try to amend things. It's not like it's...
So you're going
it's
to
just-
run until you make a decision.
Not run, but I was just going to work at this and try to fix it. And I mean, it may look like running, but there's just larger things at stake that like I'm trying to help with, and that maybe, just maybe, if I can help with this and I succeed, that I can make things right. Just maybe.
My biggest failure raising you as my son is that you refuse to work with anyone. You have all these plans and schemes in your head that you're working through. Granted, you haven't made decisions just yet, clearly. But I witnessed firsthand 2 individuals who you say you've been traveling with for quite a while, who you say you protect, trusted friends, like Cassandra should have been. And you state in front of your mother that you're just going to die, if it comes down to it. And you see how concerned and how worried they were. Their faces, their arguments. And instead of discussing a strategy with them, instead of planning and working with those you are meant to protect, you're trying to go it alone again. Which means nothing's changed. It's been nearly 10 years and you haven't changed. Would
I
anything
feel
be different
otherwise.
had you been moping around here for the last 10 years? Do those people out there trust you? Hell, you're the bodyguard for a Winterlight. And yet you're sitting here, trying to make plans and make decisions on your own, most of which will end up in your death as the solution to all your problems. Is that not the problem in the first place? That you didn't work with your kin?
But I mean, even comparatively to now, with what if I were to work with them on this, it would cause too much tension with our group and their group that it.
Will it not cause more tension if you were to just die?
I wish and hope they would understand that this is more of just a tribe matter of why I would.
But it's not
fall
a
on the
tribe
blade
matter.
of him.
It's you are the only one who
Right.
thinks this is a solution. You haven't discussed it with anyone. You haven't asked anyone in the tribe. You didn't ask your mother. You didn't ask me. You didn't ask your little brother. Imagine meeting your little brother for the first time. What if he grows to idolize you? And then Cain shows up. He doesn't want to be reasoned with. You duel and he ends your life. And you willingly let him. Do you want your brother to remember you as a quitter? As someone who didn't work to fix his mistakes and instead just died? Took death instead of working to redeem yourself? You know, I disowned you because you quit. I disowned you because I didn't see you growing. I didn't see that you actually felt like you needed to be redeemed. Instead, you took the guilt, let it hang over your head, and moped and moped and moped and walked around here like a dog with its tail cut off. Instead of working to redeem yourself, to rectify your mistake. And still now, instead of working to rectify your mistake, working with those around you, instead you're going to take the easy way out, which is to mope and die.
Then from your experience, what is the solution to this?
The solution is to work with those around you and figure out one. I don't have a solution. I don't have all the answers. You don't think I haven't messed up in my many years?
Yeah, but if I look at it, it's so complicated. I have my friend
It is
Drell.
complicated.
He has my back, but he was the follower of the god that stole the power, right?
Does Drell want you to die?
He doesn't want me to die.
Do you think
No
Drell
one
should
wants
die
anyone
for
to
the
die.
mistake of following a god who stole power for him?
No, he shouldn't. But
Why then why
that's
should
my main
you?
fear of him getting involved with all of this is that the tribe would view him as the precursor, the catalyst to all of this. I don't want him to get hurt. And then Aphelion and Ben,
Do you think us savages?
no. But I do understand that with what's at play, I understand from your guys' position, if Anakris told you what needed to be done in order to preserve this tribe and this bloodline and what you guys have done here, I understand that. I understand there's a larger and greater thing at play.
If your death was required, you'd be dead already.
I understand that. And then and if that is what the requirement is from Cain, then
But that's Cain's decision, not the tribe's.
but that's coming from Anakris to Cain. That's for the betterment of the tribe.
Is it?
I don't know. That's the confusing part. But
Do you deem everyone
even though
in
I
this
don't-
tribe mistakeless? That they haven't blundered? Granted, it's rare that someone, mind my language, fucks up as much as you did. But you
That's
don't
what I'm
think I
saying,
have
and-
my fair share of mistakes?
I guess so, but I guess when it's that large and this mistake that large, I understand the punishment.
You say you understand, but you don't. You're making assumptions. Everyone lost someone that day. Do you see them moping around? Or do you see them continuing on with their lives?
Yeah, they did continue on with their life.
Do you think that Sasha's life would be better if she found out that you were just dead, that you decided to quit even further and just die by Kane's hands? Oh, bye, AJ.
I mean, I guess with just how I left, I just kind of always assumed that this would have just, I guess, been the outcome, or people were just better off.
But you didn't discuss. You didn't strategize. You brought 6 individuals into our village. And none of them are the wiser to whatever your schemes, whatever your plans, whatever your mind is crafting as some solution to your decade-old problems. Roll a perception check for me.
Oh, is this in front of the little brother? That's crazy. A 16.
Your mother and your little brother are currently just like standing in the doorway off to the side, listening to this conversation. Your dad doesn't break eye contact. I suggest you think on it. Merrick, your brother is going to be taking you out to meet his friends. I saw that you were very interested in them yesterday. And Merrick's like, yeah. There's so many. They're so weird. And your dad stifles a chuckle. Your mother's prepared you breakfast. Go with your brother. He'll probably be asleep for the next few days. And he just takes this big swig of a cup that's in front of him.
Let's go.
Merrick runs over to you with like a pouch in his hand that's got like breakfast foods that can be in a pouch, dry foods. Like oats,
like
oats and
bread.
breads.
Yeah.
And he follows you outside.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about what?
Just yelling in front of you.
And people yell all the time.
It's true, but it's just different with family, especially when I just come back out of the blue and you don't know about me.
Well, I kind of knew about you, but I didn't know about you.
Oh yeah, well, what'd you hear as they're marching back to go meet up with everybody?
Well, I mean, we're told that when the current champion became champion, that there was an accident and that someone didn't make it, which is really sad. And then the champion left anyways. And that the accident wasn't the champion's fault, but he was very sad.
That is a nice way to put the story, but it was my fault.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot more than just the individual is what I've learned.
I make accidents sometimes too. I spilt something the other day and Mom got real upset.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I cleaned
Do you
it.
think? Hey, that's all that matters. You got it cleaned up, huh?
Yeah.
Do anything cool this week?
Wow. What do you consider cool?
I don't know. What do you get up to around here?
I've been doing a lot of learning about mutations and stuff, and I read about all these monsters and a place called the Feywild.
I've been there for like
What?
a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
No. You have not.
Yeah.
No. You're lying.
I have.
You're lying.
I have, and it's real, and it's
Roll a persuasion
it's,
check.
it's dangerous, dude.
Well, of course it's
Why does
dangerous.
that one have an advantage?
I don't know.
Oh, because I think it's because it just doesn't. I think so.
Something, yeah.
I think it just doesn't naturally.
He goes, Wait, did you die?
I'm here now,
that
aren't I?
sounds dangerous.
For what it was
so
was dangerous.
Scary.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. Yeah,
At this
it's
point,
real.
I'd say you guys wind up at the hut with everyone else still kind of getting up in the morning.
Everybody, this is Merrick. Merrick, this is and he'll just rattle down everyone's name in front of him.
While you're talking and rattling off names, he just like grabs a handful of oats and is just like,
I'm Eric.
like trying to stuff it all in his mouth. Hello. Mm. Voxus, are you
This is
redisguised or are you revealed?
I'm disguised.
Okay.
This is
I guess
Ben.
Long rest.
He does magical stuff.
He waves.
This is Drell. He was an orc before.
What?
Yeah.
How?
that was oh, magic, dude.
We met a dragon.
Wow. Did you kill it?
No.
We saved it. That's why I have this fancy sword.
Wow.
Yeah, never make a deal with anything. You hear me? Promise.
Wait, what do you mean?
Don't make a deal with
This is coming from a guy who makes a lot of deals with big things.
But I made
I
a
would-
deal with Mom the other day that if
No,
I
that's
did all my
different.
chores, I
That's
could
different.
stay out late.
No, that's different.
That's different.
If you're adventuring and you see anything that's like, hey, little kid, give me a deal. Let me make you a deal. Don't take the deal. Don't do it. Don't do it.
How often are you talking to people that want to make deals with you?
Too much.
Pretty often.
A lot.
Whoa.
Too much.
The world outside of the village must be
If
weird
I
and
had
filled
a
with deals.
silver piece for every time Drell made a deal,
That he
I'd have
regretted.
2.
I
Yeah.
feel like it'd be more than 2.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
At least
lot.
3.
The
I
book.
think
Maybe
it's 4. I think it's 4.
The book,
This is
Yol,
the person I.
the dragon, the democracy god.
Yep.
Oh, that's just like 5. Yeah, no, it goes back months,
Years,
years.
decades.
This is the
even.
person I do bodyguard work for. And he
How
points
does
at.
he afford it?
These are really.
With the silver pieces that Drell gives me for making
Wait,
deals.
you get actual money from him making deals?
No,
No, no.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately, no.
yeah,
This
he
is
works for
Kelo.
me.
He doesn't talk much. He's kind of tired today.
He waves to Kelo, and Kelo just doesn't say anything. He just waves back.
And this is our new friend. And he. She just joined us
Wow.
yesterday.
Hello. I pick things up and put them down.
She's really strong.
He like tugs at your shirt to get you to lean down so he can whisper something.
What's up?
Is she from the Feywild?
Are you from the Feywild?
No.
I didn't know.
Well, she
Crack it
because
up.
like we learned a few months ago about like these like half people, half deer things from the Feywild called satyr, and like she's not a deer, but she's a sheep. So I thought maybe it's the same thing.
I know a satyr. She's cool. She runs a ship.
What?
Yeah.
Did you kill it?
What?
No.
I don't know.
No,
I
no.
told
She's
that
a good
the Fey,
person.
the Fey and the monsters
No,
and
not-
stuff
not
are very
everything
tricky
that-
and evil. I don't know.
Not
Yes.
everything that comes out of the Fae is evil.
Oh,
Not
Black
everything.
and white.
Oh. Okay, so it was a good satyr?
Some
I
of
don't
us.
know. Yeah, she's good to some
Wait,
of
what does
us.
that mean? Why was she
Sometimes
mean to
people
the rest
don't
of
like
you?
each other. Sometimes
Oh.
people just don't like each other, American. That's how it goes.
Oh, like you and Dad.
It's complicated.
Okay.
Complicated.
So you're making Mom do a ritual today, huh?
Yeah, I am.
That's cool. Pulls out a piece
Sorry,
of bread and
buddy.
just starts ripping into it. Why are you apologizing?
Cause like she's gonna be kind of out of commission for a little bit, so you won't be able to
She
get to
does
hang out
that.
with her.
She does that though. That's like what her job is.
I know. I just knew it was always tough when I was growing up. It was just kind of just like, it sucks. But
I mean, she's doing what she has to do,
yeah.
and she's helping you.
hopefully.
So I can't be
helps.
mad at Mom for helping you.
Yeah, maybe that's a good look at things. I don't know. You guys want to walk around, check out the village, get into some I guess, quote unquote, trouble.
I can't get into trouble. If I get into trouble, Mom's gonna be asleep, and that means that I'm gonna be at Dad's. Dad's gonna be the one who punishes me.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
let's
rough.
not
What?
get into
You want to
trouble.
get what? I don't want to get
Not,
into trouble.
not real trouble. Just kind of just get into some stuff. Just see what happens.
Okay.
We got a few hours.
Sure. What are you guys gonna do?
I think they'll just wander around the village and let just Merrick show them things that he likes to do, or like he likes to hide it in.
He takes you to the same.
gone axe throwing.
He goes. You say that, and he goes, "Oh, I don't." But sometimes Dad takes the hunters to like a certain section of trees, and they all throw axes and knives and shoot bows and stuff.
No, we don't shoot bows.
What do you mean we don't shoot bows? I'm
don't
really
shoot
good
bows.
at shooting a bow. The axes are
Something to live for now.
the axes are too heavy right now, so I
What
take
about
the
this
bow.
one? And Marder will take a little hand
His
axe off her belt.
His eyes go wide
Is
and
this
goes.
too heavy?
He grabs it from you and then whoop.
Okay. Small child.
He's trying to lift it.
Wait, what? Kai doesn't have you do push-ups every night?
I do push-ups.
Every night.
No,
This kid is 5 years old, and you're.
yeah, I'm just making it seem like Jin was he had to be this fucking monster early on.
Jin, roll a history check.
All right,
What's the food situation like?
a 5.
You definitely don't remember whether or not you could lift an axe at 5 years old. You
got a
think
wooden
you could? Your
sword?
brain is like, dude. When I was a kid, I was yoked.
Yeah, I just felt so strong early on.
The food situation,
even
it's
lift
sort of
an
like
axe?
if you need food, you can either go get some of the hunted meat cooked up for you. It's not really like seasoned or anything, or you can get different assorted breads and veggies. I mean, they're hunter-gatherers for the most part, so it's not like cuisine. They're not like fucking chefs here.
Oh, fine dining.
I'd like to grab, if I can, just go find myself some bread.
Easy.
Oh, Marder will go with you.
Marta loves bread.
Hey, you know a good bread place, Merrick? Where can we get some good bread?
What? We don't. Your mom said yesterday we don't have restaurants here.
Sorry, man. It's just been 10 years. This is just a really
Just go
weird
get
adjustment.
food. It's just go get food.
All right,
You
sorry,
guys all
guys.
eat for the morning. It gets to the point where he leads you around to the pyre and is like, sometimes I hit the drums when no one's around, and then goes bang bang and then runs away. And you see some people stop and like look over at you.
Sorry. I just bumped into
And
it.
they keep walking. But yeah, he leads you around for a couple hours.
So you wanna shoot bows, huh, buddy? You really like
it's not
shooting
that I
bows?
want to shoot bows, it's that I can shoot bows. What do you like? Why do you hate bows?
You hang out with Sasha much?
No, she runs the lab. She's an adult. Why would I hang out with adults? That's weird.
She's a fucking bowman, and she likes to have this really big attitude about it.
Well, when
Sorry about
when-
swearing in front of you. Sorry.
Well, when we
sorry.
were in her class, she said that she was the best of her generation. So,
Arguable. Arguable.
what do you mean?
Because, well,
She said she could shoot a bow better than everyone, that she could throw an axe better than everyone, that she could
who
throw
cares
a knife
about a
better than
bow?
everyone, that she made the
How
best
about the knife
mutation
throwing?
potions, that she was
Archie,
like
yeah,
the
she could
most
do that.
knowledgeable and always aced all of her tests, and that if we wanted to be...
okay, she was a nerd. All right.
What's a
Didn't know
nerd?
it all.
Are you a
it's
nerd?
really- I don't. Nah. Well, in a way, I guess I am. All I care about is just the blade. But no, a nerd isn't a bad thing. I just don't like
She
Sasha.
studied the bow. He studied the blade.
I just don't like Sasha.
Well, okay. Well, Miss Sasha...
And it's not like she's a bad person. It's just there's.
Well,
just as
you
kids,
might
it's
want to
just,
be quiet. She's gonna be the next tribe mother. You can't say that.
I did though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is this why you left? Because you were such a troublemaker?
Yes.
Well, you're not wrong.
It's at this point that your mother comes out of the front hut and sort of gestures for you to bring everyone in, because this ritual is trying to be done not publicly, so that your involvement isn't witnessed.
Hey,
I guess
I gotta
that means
go,
I gotta
Mar-
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to hang out with them while I take a few of us? Because only just a few of us are going in. Unless...
Can I? And looks over at the rest of you.
Is it cool if Merrick hangs out with you guys?
This is the first.
Ben, why are you
Aphelion-
nodding? You gotta come with me, man.
This is the first Aphelion, Valxis, Marador, and Kelo are hearing that other people are going with you into some ritual.
What?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. It's more than one.
Yeah, Mom said she's taking people in to speak to God.
Hey, let's be
Dear
quiet about it, but we gotta be quiet.
It's a secret.
Don't worry.
I really only planned
Don't
on
have
bringing
anyone
Ben
to
and Drell just because, one, Ben's part is for the don't want to freak the little guy out, but the LYCH, I don't think he can spell yet.
So wait, you are both going into this?
Shh, don't even try to sound it out. And then Drell is coming along
Why'd
because
you even spell it?
he can't spell. He can't read. And
And
then Drell is coming along just because of the whole Yol thing. And then I was just gonna inform everybody after, but I didn't want to freak everybody out with all the info.
It will be you and Ben
And Drell,
and Drell
Oh.
going into this ritual.
Well,
yeah.
How long is this supposed to last?
20 minutes.
I don't know, but we might be out of commission for
Oh,
a few
20
days.
Do you mind if I come with?
That's
Can I
why-
I don't have to sit in the ritual, but can I?
Oh, you guys want to watch?
I mean,
Oh,
would be
no,
something
dude.
to watch.
If you can watch, yeah. I didn't know if they could watch or not.
I mean, Mom usually does it on the platform. She's just doing it in the
No,
hut. Do you think
no,
people
no,
don't watch
no.
before?
No, God,
I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of forgot.
You're
Oh.
a fucking idiot.
What?
What,
Why are
Drell?
you calling
What?
my brother an idiot?
God damn it.
What? Should they not
Why are
come?
you damning God?
Yeah, wait, what did the knockers do to you?
No, let's just bring everyone. Fuck it.
All right, let's just all go in.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
fuck
go.
it.
Oh,
That one's on you, Aphelion.
Drell said it. Drell said it.
Oh, Drell said it. Okay. That one's on you, Drell. Sorry, Aphelion. I thought Drell said it. He just was
So-
standing behind you.
You all go into the main hut. Valxis, Aphelion, Kelo, and Meridor are seeing this for the first time. Different from yesterday, Ben, Drell, and Jin, the lighting in here is dim. Candles lit everywhere. There's a circle drawn in some sort of chalk in the center of the room with the closed eye of an Ocarus in the center. And your mother is sitting directly in the center of this circle with her eyes closed, just meditating. As you guys enter, she opens her eyes and looks up and goes, "Oh, the rest of your friends. It's nice to meet all of you. Are they all participating, or...?"
I hope
No,
it is not an intrusion.
Not all,
No.
just here to watch.
Okay. Well, I don't know how long it's going to affect any of you. So, those of you who are not participating, if there's anything you would like to say before we are in a slumbered state for quite possibly a few days or more, to Jin, Drell, the benevolent one, feel free to say so now.
Good luck. Have fun.
I thought this was like a 20-minute thing.
The ritual itself will be a certain duration, but then the exhaustion and fatigue of being able to properly commune with a deity is not something to be taken lightly. Normally, I am out of commission in a slumbered state for a week, and I've never performed this with others involved. But from what I can understand in the texts of our tribe, it's roughly the same amount of impact on anyone who's involved, if not slightly less. So you will be in an uncontrollable slumber for a duration after this ritual.
Yeah.
Jin will turn around. All right.
I guess I misunderstood. That's fine.
Do you not want to participate?
No,
No, I
need
just
to.
wanted to say one more thing to all of them, I guess, before I go to sleep for a while. kind of got in an argument with my dad this morning and put a lot of shit into perspective. I'm sorry about all that shit earlier. That was selfish of me.
Your little
That's
brother
my
goes,
bad.
"Yeah, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have banged on the drum and ran away. I got you guys in trouble."
Okay.
I thought it was cool.
If somehow I wake up before Kane gets here, maybe there should be a strategy to go about this. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was kind of a bit hot-headed of me coming into here.
Yeah, and all I gotta say is don't touch my shit.
I'm gonna go all the way through it once you're sleeping.
You and me both. Now
Yeah,
I'm
please
curious.
just flip that fanny pack inside out.
You guys
Just
are
get
so
whatever
little
you need.
facts
You,
around.
you
Kinda
two, and I
rummage
point
through
at
it.
Jin and Aphelion. You guys already took my shit.
Switch the gold and the copper pouches.
The fake Aphelion and the fake Jin stole all of his shit from the fanny pack, or stole the fanny pack.
Jin will look over at Valxis. My bad the past couple weeks, man.
No,
And then
no, you're right to be angry. Like no, you're right.
Yeah, but it shouldn't just be at you. It's just the situation that was frustrating. That's my bad, man.
What? Character growth? There's a cat.
But let's hopefully we figure this shit out.
Yeah, I hope you don't die.
Would kind of suck because I have some information on Sheila that I probably should talk about with you guys too.
Fuck.
What?
We'll get to it. But hey, I'm going in, and he turns around.
Don't die.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are all standing. It's like you can keep talking. No one's stopping
No,
you.
no. We turn around and we leave like there's
We
some
turn around.
explosion.
It's more epic now. It's a gamer moment.
Okay, cool. Gamer moment. So,
Don't touch my shit, and I turn around.
you gotta go down, buddy. There you go. So your mother sort of slides back and gestures the three of you that are participating to take seats sort of equidistant from each other in the circle. Jin, you're in the center. Drell to his left, Ben to his right. And she holds out her hands, one to Drell, one to Ben.
I grab it.
Yeah, we grab hands. We link up.
AJ, are you here or no?
No.
Shit, he's been busy all night, man. You guys gather hands, and she closes her eyes, and you guys do the same. Everyone around the room is currently watching as suddenly this white chalk circle starts to... The chalk itself almost dissolves away into a thick red liquid that slowly starts to push towards the center of the circle to the eyeball, which is also turned the same thick red liquid but isn't conforming to the center. It's staying in the shape of the eyeball. The blood itself almost seems to grow in the sense that it's filling this gap of space in the circle from the eyeball to the outside of the circle. It's running underneath the legs of your companions as they all sit here. And this closed eye, as the blood all meets around the border, slowly starts to open. And as it opens, this really bright fluorescent gold light starts to shine out from the center of this ritual. Around the room, candles start going out as Jin's mother starts mumbling words that you could gather are a spell to the ritual to do this extremely complicated and advanced commune. Far more in depth than anything you guys have seen or heard of. Actually, for those of you who are around since Pine Tie, it's akin to Umrig's commune, in which you are all in the sky
Oh, yeah, right.
speaking to Orvisa. Except for
That guy.
except for this is a lot more intense. While that one was a series of yes and no questions that as soon as they ran out, the spell ended, this is a proper ritual to link mortal and deity. For those of you in the ritual, your eyes closed. As this light starts to shine, you see it through your eyelids until it becomes so bright you have to blink. And as you blink, the four of you sitting in this space, hands held, aren't in the hut anymore. That bright light almost consumes the space around you. And stepping out of this light in the distance as your mother stands up. To the rest of you outside the ritual, they are all still sitting. But as your mother stands up and gestures for you all to stand up, you see, clad in jet black leathers, with blonde hair that runs to the floor, stepping towards you, closed eyes, but with drips of blood streaming down his face. Hands held forward, openly. A cape dangling from his back, a dark, sanguine red. The eyes open, and they are filled with that color of blood. Not a pupil, no whites of the eyes, just blood red. He stands before you all, makes eye contact with Jin, then Drell, then Ben, and then to Jin's mother. He sighs deeply, and the sigh almost sends the wind in this space rushing past you, power exuding off of his form. In this moment, Jin, Drell, and Ben, you know full well that the energy and power coming off of this individual is not who you were talking to before.
Oh, poggers.
Is not the one who killed Yol.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, stinky indeed.
Oh, stinky.
And right as he opens his mouth, that's when in the session.
I knew
No!
it.
Stinky!
Let's go. Corey
God damn it.
gaslit us with gods.
Dude, damn. What the hell? What other god could this be?
Some god-killing god.
No, this is
Crazy.
Anarchus. What do you mean?
No, the one that Jin
this
is
one-
talking to.
No, I was gonna say no. This is Innocuous.
No,
but the other
this
one-
is Anarchus.
No, this is Patrick.
This is
No.
Innocuous.
Crusty crab.
But don't catch him tripping though. Don't catch
This
him
is
tripping, though.
Patrick.
It's still
I have no idea who it
pickle.
could be. That's crazy.
You know exactly who it is. Shut up, God.
He knows.
Is it Yol?
Stinky. Stinky.
Bro,
Wait. It's Lai.
No, because
No, because
fucking
Joy backwards
Yol-
is Yol. That's the whole point.
yeah, that's the joke.
Oh.
I
The
saw
whole
a
point
joy
of he
flag
saw a Joy
backwards.
sign backwards and was like, Yol. That's how he made the
I'm
god
like-
in the first place.
That's,
That makes
that's-
sense.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
why when
you know what's
people
crazy?
look at
What?
Yol in the mirror, they're
It
like,
could be
Joy.
Yol. I'm thinking about it.
Could
no,
be.
it could be Yol, and I'm terrified.
Because
Could be Yol, could
remember all the
not be
other
Yol, could
conversations
be-
that like it was like there's another trickster god coming about.
Was Yol a
Yeah, but she
trickster
was
god, or am I
named.
just understanding that
Oh,
he's
she
just
was
the god of
named.
Joy?
He was a
Yol
god of
was a-
joy, but his domains.
He was
No, his domain. Hold on, I had this written out too.
he
I don't
was a
believe.
trickster.
Like, are we just archetyping him as a trickster because he was
I
dressed
think
up
you
as
guys
like
are
a jester?
archetyping him.
Because I don't
I'm-
remember Yol was just like he's the god of joy, but it wasn't like necessarily a trickster god.
No,
He was
but
just neutral, I guess.
He was
No, his
neutral.
cleric domain was the trickery domain.
Okay, my bad.
I have that written in the
Guy is a
background doc.
fucker.
You guys can
This
always
guy's a fucker.
you guys can always recheck the background doc whenever. Because I always put new gods that you guys have learned about in there with their domains and oaths for paladins.
I just know that Yol specifically, like, because obviously I helped make this god.
The idea of trickery being it's something that'll probably bring the person who's worshiping him joy.
Yes.
So
The idea is that like joy is not all joy. It's like, yeah, you might be happy bringing
But
like
your
you know,
happiness is
revenge on
affecting
your
somebody
family.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
who knows who you guys
Like-
are dealing with? This could be anyone.
It could be Yol.
For
Could
me,
be.
okay, the thing that confuses me, and I
Uh-huh.
still think about this because
Do
my
I need to-
memory is
is it something I need to clarify?
Yeah. So
Okay.
when we were flying on the ship and Jin looked at the mountain pass,
Uh-huh.
and it reminded him of the dream he had. Was that not the same mountain pass? as
It was the
where-
same mountains.
No, is that not the same mountain pass where we thought the lich is from?
It's the same mountains
As where the lich is from.
as
it's the same
as the
mountains.
lair that Kelo claims he went and fought the lich. Yes.
Because I could have swore when
The
I talked to
dream
Kelo
you
about
had-
this, Kelo said that wasn't the mountain.
So the
And I
idea
was
is
like,
that it's the
"What?"
same
I got
mountain,
so
but you
confused.
asked him if there was a cave, but he didn't go through a cave to fight the lich. The way he described it was that there were ruins somewhere in the mountain range, and in the ruins was a chamber that he entered, and that chamber was inside the mountain and inside a lair. But he didn't travel through a cave the same way you did in that dream. There was like no cave he found in the side of a mountain, but it was the same mountains.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Oh shit.
Any other
Shit.
clarification questions you guys need?
Yeah, Corey, when did you begin this gaslight arc?
What gaslight arc?
Oh, motherfucker.
When
It's
did
the
I
beginning,
when did I
bro.
decide that it wasn't Anochorus?
Yeah.
Starting as the noun of the year.
Who says it's not an Ocarus, huh?
Because this makes
No,
sense. Because Jin was like praying and trying to talk to Anakris to look for answers.
Whatever's happening right now, I decided 3 months ago.
Whatever. Well, what if you were just praying and it was like an open prayer, and then whoever was just like, ooh, and then like kind of yoinked in on you, and then they're just like,
Dang, that meditation thing. That means I got.
You think both
shanked.
me and Yol got duped? Actually, that's probably.
I
Probably.
feel like it's
"Wouldn't
plausible.
be
No.
surprised."
Corey's
Wait, does
just
that
stealing
mean
my
Yol went
campaign
to that?
plots.
To this
I don't know
god?
your campaign plot.
Yeah, that
To
makes
this,
sense.
does that mean Yol went to this god to
No, no,
ask
no.
for powers to then return
No,
it to
no,
this
no,
same
no.
god?
You,
What the
no,
fuck?
Jin. You want to know what Jin? Hida, you want to know what I think happens?
Dude,
Go for
I
it.
bro,
think
we've been
what-
doing this campaign for almost 2
So,
years.
I think what happened is
What? This is
Yol-
crazy.
Yol couldn't outright steal powers from a god, so he had
Yeah.
to go to another god.
Another
to
god
steal
that could
these
steal it.
powers. And so, like, you know, this god was like, "Oh, "You fucked up. You want to give back the powers, boy?" And like, you know, they had some twisted, fucked up pact where they're like, "I'll sacrifice you, bitch." And I'm like, "No." And then, you know, that's how I killed Yol.
Think what you want.
Man, god damn it, Corey.
We thought like we were
so
in the
complicated now.
Me-
I'm like
fucking-
thinking back. I'm like, man, that means session 1. Like we never
No.
released all the powers
No,
from
no,
it.
no, no. I mean, oh fuck, yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm
Oh.
saying,
Did
man.
you guys think you were gonna go to Jin's village and he was gonna have no relevant arc whatsoever that had any sort of difficulty? That
No.
everything was just gonna be hunky dory and then you'd leave and move on to somebody else?
No, I
Hell
thought it was gonna
yeah.
be difficult. I thought it was gonna be
Yes.
difficult,
I
but I
knew
thought it
it.
wasn't gonna have
Yes.
this mix. I thought it was gonna be difficult
it.
into like, why did Nocris
thought-
forgive you? Why did he brand you?
You
And I
what?
didn't think it was he doesn't do that, and I was like,
You know, at the end
oh.
of Mario Kart, when you finish like the 4 maps and like, you know, it shows like the first.
and then I
second,
thought there was
third,
gonna
and
be a
fourth
little
place,
bit of like
They're like, they're-
complication
they're-
with the whole bend thing too.
and they're like drifting around the map and like, you know, everyone's cheering. I thought that's what this was.
This was a victory lap.
No.
AJ, what have I taken from your campaign? This isn't timey-wimey bullshit.
No, Helm was slain during the Time of Troubles, and then
Oh, I didn't know any of this.
Mask stole his soul and
Dude,
trapped it in his
oh,
divine
gosh.
realm,
Yeah.
and pretended to be Mask, and tricked one of his.
Okay, well that's already not true, not the same, because you guys are seeing whatever the other you're seeing both. It's not like one's.
Yo,
It
dude,
was
do you
Mask
think
pretending
Innocuous
to be
is
Helm.
actually gonna
I know, but
sacrifice
I'm
one of us
saying,
now,
but you're
though?
saying Helm at that point was like soul absorbed or whatever the fuck. You guys are seeing. You believe
But
you're
the
seeing
party didn't
current
know that.
Inocarus
Oh,
and whatever you
no.
saw before, whoever you saw before, whether that's
Wait.
also Inocarus, who knows?
Hida. What if we gotta get sacrificed, dude? What if we actually
Well, the party
gotta
believed they saw
atone?
Helm. They didn't know it was Mask.
True.
What if we gotta make
Did
a
they
new
then
Dude,
go
this
and
makes
see Mask
so
though, or
much
did they just
sense,
learn
though.
what happened?
This makes so much sense because the power that
They
was
learned
stolen,
that he interfered.
the power that was stolen makes sense because Corey's always been saying, "Oh, no one else in your village has ever had this," and I always kind of forgot. I was like, "Oh, right, they're just a bunch of alchemists taking
They're
steroids."
all the
Like, if Jin-
mutation. They're all
if
the
Jin
mutation
wanted to, he could just make
subclass.
his own mutations. I don't know why it didn't click with me. I was like, "Oh, Inocarus gave him just some special power."
For those of you who like out of character or curious, the idea is that the entirety of Jin's village is made up of blood hunters who have that mutagen subclass where they can daily use blood magic to create like different types of performance enhancing drugs for
help them,
themselves.
yeah.
I was
helped him on
literally
a
gonna
hunt.
say I wanted to say it
Celerity,
earlier
you
whenever it
get-
came up that the potions made people strong, that
Yeah.
it was just PEDs.
It's basically
Yeah.
steroids, but it's like
It's
different. There's
steroids.
different types of mutagens they can create,
Of
but they're
fucking rules.
basically Bane from
Yeah.
DC Universe. Like they're constantly just beefing themselves up with different mutagens, but they're utilizing blood
fucking
magic for it. So it's not it's not
I
like
love that.
an addictive actual drug creation. It's blood magic, but it's their form of blood magic.
Dude,
For
What's
cycling.
what's different for
Yeah.
Jin is that Jin is the first Lycan in his tribe.
dude, what fucked with me? Because when you were like, all right, if you were to be a cleric underneath Inocarus, you can be a death cleric. And I was like,
I said
okay,
two. I said you had
clearly-
two options. I said life or death, and you chose
life or death. I chose death because I felt fitting for Jin. Because,
Mhm.
he got somebody killed and he will.
Mhm.
So in my mind, I thought, oh, Jin was just going to
You
end up
are a death
becoming, like-
cleric, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just thought in my mind, Jin was just going to end up becoming like the antithesis to what Kane is. Like, if Kane was a good guy, Jin will just be revered as like the Reaper. Like, he's just.
Oh,
You don't really
I
talk
see
about
what
him and
you're
he's a
saying,
bad guy.
Corey.
What am I saying?
That both are currently existing in the
Yes,
world.
that is what I'm saying is the difference between the whole mask and yeah. Because one of them is not existing in the world in yours, but they are a pretender. In this one, you're seeing both. They both exist.
So this is why, like, oh man, dude, god damn it, this got so much more complex. Because I thought I was like, all right, I know I'm gonna have to deal with a bunch of family shit. There's gonna be something where Jin is gonna be executed. So that's why I was like, coming with this approach of like, all right, he's just gonna roll over and die, and I'm just gonna see where the RP goes. Like, it will just.
This is
that'll
a
be this.
real world more test. So this is.
It's
Yeah.
a little Akko Taco, haha.
It
You guys
got
were
way more
expecting-
complex.
You were
I
expecting
didn't think
Jersey
the little
Shore
brother
and
thing-
got fucking something way more complicated.
Corey,
I was
always
not
expecting
ready for
Jersey
the little
Shore.
brother angle. I was like,
Oh, I made up the little brother thing last minute.
I had a
And by
feeling.
that I mean when I mentioned there was a
fucker.
little kid who was standing around the tent, I went, fuck it, he has a little brother.
Nice.
Yeah,
Alright.
I was just like, ah, god.
That was a crazy session. I have to go to bed though.
Have a good night, Noah.
Good night,
Everyone
Noah.
who's
Jesus.
watching on the YouTubes, thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys being here. Sorry for the prolonged break for the holidays.
Dude, next
and
week
we
is
will
gonna be so crazy.
See you guys again next week. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Go team.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.